We're live. Hello. Happy Friday. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on where you are in the world. Thank you for coming to hang out with me, whether you're here live or on the replay. Appreciate it. Bit of a quieter week this week, which we expected. I think it's the Mid-Autumn Festival in China. And to be honest, I was kind of surprised that we did get a couple of releases. And what a world we live in where Hot Toys releases a figure 3 months after its cinematic debut with the David Corenswet Superman being released. That movie came out on the 10th of July in Australia. I'm not sure what the date was in other parts of the world, but we're like at the 10th of October now, and that's dropping, which is exciting. I mean, I would love it to become a bit of a trend where for some of the bigger movies, perhaps we can get a character quickly like we did with Deadpool and Wolverine, now with Superman. So it kind of makes me hopeful. I know not everything will be released so quickly, but maybe some stuff will get a little bit of a quicker release date. That would be awesome. So thank you for coming to hang out. We've got some newsy news. I'm putting you all on notice. I've got an audience participation question. So I want you guys to chime in at the appropriate time, at any time. But also, when I ask the question, let's not be crickets in the chat, because you guys like a live stream and I'm going to need some audience participation if we want this stream to be around the usual time. But also, Caine has arrived. Hot Toys Caine. Super excited. I got this during the Pop Culture 20% off sale. It arrived earlier this week. Super excited to unbox the official Hot Toys figure. But also I wish I had longer arms. I do have my Topo Caine here, so we can do a little bit of a comparison. I am quite keen to see how the proportions of this Caine match the Hot Toys Caine. I only previously had like footage on YouTube that people had done showing the Hot Toys Caine with John Wick. And I do feel like this one is going to be a little bit of a bigger body. So I am keen to have a look at this, but it's kind of also a bit of an awkward one because I bought so many of the parts to Caine loose for my kit batch that I already feel a little bit familiar with this figure, but I'm still excited to have it nonetheless. I don't know if you guys can see the very bottom of the Mojing Toys Osaka Continental diorama is up there. So a World of John Wick display is in development, and I actually had a bit of an idea as to maybe what I can do with my space to make room for it. We'll see. But Caine is in the house, and I'm loving this Art Deco box. It looks super cool. We're going to unbox Mr. Caine a little bit later. But first, we've got to say hello to our friends because, as I say, I cannot do this stream without audience participation. I appreciate you all. First in the comments, as always, is Carlos. He says, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, Helen and chat. I love that other people are using it. Sending my usual hello from a 63 Fahrenheit, New Jersey. Fall is definitely upon us. Fun fact, we call it autumn in Australia. So Hot Toys has dropped the pre-order of the new Superman, and he looks awesome. Definitely a must-have. However, I'm inclined to wait and see if they'll also give us a 2.0 of Christopher Reeve, Superman, and possible Clark Kent. What are your thoughts on this possibly happening? Also look forward to your unboxing of Caine. So off to work I go, and I'll catch the replay later. Let's not forget to hit the like button for our dear friend Helen, and make sure to subscribe so we can get it to 4K. I could definitely use some Tim Tams. Shuri, do you want some Tim Tams too? You came in like a wrecking ball, my sweet. Look, I'm going to be doing the Tim Tam giveaway. I'm 99% confident I'm going to put the video up for that in the next 10 days because it's still nice and cool here in Western Australia. I don't want it to get too hot because I don't want to send people a melted mess. So keep an eye out. Competition details will be out, as I say, in the next 10 days. I think the experience of doing the first competition has given me some interesting insights into how to run it a bit better, because I don't like drawing a winner and then not hearing from them. So I'm going to make some little tweaks, but I think there'll be tweaks for the better. Look, Christopher Reeve's Superman from Hot Toys, that was a bit of a rumor that was going around before ACGHK. I'm kind of surprised, but then that they haven't done something. But then I was so convinced when they showed us the Bat Missile that they were going to do Michelle Pfeiffer Catwoman and Danny DeVito Penguin. So I never know. Like, expect the unexpected with Hot Toys. I just don't know what they're going to do. I would have thought it would have been a smart move to do, given they've done so many 2.0s of older IPs like the 89 Batman, the Terminator, Alien. Like, I think a lot of people still have love for those figures. A lot of new collectors want those figures. So I would have thought revisiting some of those, and I think, you know, Christopher Reeve's Superman is the guy for a lot of people. So I would have thought that would be a bit of a no-brainer to do, but Howie Claus works in mysterious ways. And yeah, I'm so excited to unbox Caine. I cannot wait. Toy Collector, happy Friday. Everyone, happy Friday to you. Valkyrie Magnus, my goodness, so generous, dropping the $4.99 super chat to start off. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Hi, Helen. Have a great stream. I'll catch the show later, adding to the Tim Tam Fund. I think Valkyrie might be the #1 backer of the Tim Tam Fund. Like, seriously, I feel like if you don't win the Tim Tams, then I should probably just send you some Tim Tams anyway, because you've been so generous with the super chats, and I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Uncarded Review says Tim Tams and Corenswet for everyone. Lol. I mean, why not? Why not? We got Jaron. Hello, all. Hope you're doing great. Helen, Darth Allison will be disappointed since no Star Wars announcements. I'm sure a tidal wave will eventually come. Look, I know a tsunami is coming. I always hope it won't, but it will. So I just try to enjoy the few Star Wars light weeks. And I mean, if there's a non-Star Wars week, that feels like Christmas. Because I do get a bit like, when there's weeks where like I know nothing about the IPs, I'm literally like, do I even bother streaming? Like, do I do it? Don't I do it? Like, I do get very in my head about it. But people still like me turning up. So I do, even though when I don't know any of the things. Like, I try. I'm trying my best. Keith Lee is here. Good morning, afternoon, evening, fellow collectors. Happy Friday. Happy Friday to you, Keith. AJ's here. My goodness. Greetings, Helen and friends. I hope all is well. I hope all is well with you. AJ got married last weekend to Mrs. Ashley. I can't call her Miss Ashley anymore. AJ, I hope it was an awesome day. I wasn't sure if you'd be on a honeymoon or anything. So, I mean, great to see you in the chat, but I hope you had an amazing wedding last weekend. Congratulations. Blue Tattoos here. Hey, everyone. Hello to you, Blue. Keith Lee, Caine. Woohoo. Remember, I tried to convince you to pick up Caine, and now you have 2. Yeah, I don't. It's funny because my view on my Wick collection has completely changed, because Keith was for the longest time telling me to get Caine. That's 100% true. And I was like, no. Because originally I was just going to have 3 John Wick figures. I had my 3 looks that I like for John Wick, and that was going to be my John Wick shelf. And then as time evolved, that view changed, and now I want to have a whole world of John Wick display, Osaka Continental diorama. And when I was thinking of how I wanted that display to be, I wanted both Caines, and I want an Eve Macaro. Anytime you're ready, Howard, drop that Eve for me, please. I have a vision of how it's going to look in my head, but then even that has been disturbed with the Chapter 1 release and me now wanting 2 of them. So buy all the Wick is pretty much the way I've gone. But look, Caine is awesome, and I've got 2 now, and I think I want to use my Topo one with the John Wick 4 with the Osaka diorama, and then I'll use the Hot Toys one somewhere else in the display. I'll work it out. It's fine. But 20% off made it hard to resist, Caine. So I'm glad I picked it up. I did feel like it could be something that eventually got to that like $2.99 Australian dollar mark, but I didn't want to risk it. Because pop culture, this is the one good thing with Sideshow. You guys, sorry, tangent time with Helen, welcome if you're new. We don't get the low stock warning like you guys get on the Sideshow website, which I think is so cool. Like, I do wish pop culture had the low stock warning and the waitlist option on their website. So you just don't know. It's there and then it's not. So I just had that scenario with the She-Hulk Daredevil, where I was again going, oh, that's going to be bargain bin. And then he suddenly wasn't there and I missed out. So I didn't want to do that again. So I was like, you're getting 20% off. That's a good price. Just get it. So I did. And it's here and I'm excited to unbox it. Nice. I would still like to get that diorama. It's so interesting, Blue, because I feel like most shops are not carrying a lot of excess stock. And to be honest, the thing's big. Like each panel, the box for each panel is like the size of a Hot Toys box. Like I put one of the Mojang boxes in the shipper next to I had a Hot Toys Spider-Man box. It's a long story because I don't have Spider-Man on display. And it was like the Mojang one was like a little bit bigger because I know a lot of people were surprised Kit wasn't offering an option where you could just buy all of them together. And I'm not surprised because I think to have shipped them all together would have cost a pretty penny. So I'm interested to see if they then get more stock, if people are asking about it. Do they do a reissue of it? I don't know. But as I said, I really like it. It's a couple of small things that I think could have been better, but I think they're things that I can rectify, and I'm really happy to have it lit up or not lit up. I think it's a really awesome display piece. S-Beam's here as well. Hello all. Hello to you, S-Beam. Miss Batwoman's here. Happy Friday, Helen, Shuri, and everyone. I see Shuri well. I mean, Shuri likes to grace us with her presence, and I actually did just before the stream went live. I posted my second members-only video with little Shuri, filming reviews with Shuri, which is always fun because Shuri likes to get involved. So if you want some Shuri after you've had a bit of Shuri here, there's some more Shuri for everyone. But lovely to see you in the chat, Miss Batwoman. Kevin's here as well. Hello, Helen. Happy Friday, and fellow collectors. Just making a rare live appearance to say good morning, good day, and good evening to all. PSA, Tim Tams are now in stock at your local Costco. I know Kevin's like a channel member. He always watches the replays, always comments. So lovely to see you live in the chat. I super appreciate it. That's why when I saw your name, I was like, oh my God, Kevin's live. That's so cool. Lovely to have you in the chat. Alexander asks, will you get a blue shirt for your John Wick 4 figure to be more accurate to your Osaka diorama? I already have one. So I have the spare Topo shirts that they produce. So they have you buy them loose from 1/6 kit. So you've got an option for a white, black, navy blue, and I think they've got a green, like a khaki green. So I have one. So I have that option to swap it out if I so desire. I did swap out one of the Hot Toys white shirts for a Topo white shirt, which I did like. I feel like I like the magnetic connection for the Topo shirts, but also I thought the collar looked nicer. So yeah, I have a couple of spare Topo shirts. So I've kind of got that ability to mix and match, which is something I like to do, because even with my John Wick 2, I keep debating whether that should be a blue shirt, a black shirt. I'll make my mind up one day. Tiny Art Guy's here as well. Hello. Hey, Helen. Great to see you. Display's looking great. Hope you're doing okay. I'm okay. How are you? I haven't seen you in the live chat for a while, so lovely to see you as well. Yeah, look, display. We're doing our best. We're running short on room. I've got many ideas, but I'm an overthinker and I am procrastinating, but I'll get there eventually. But I couldn't bring myself to pack away that diorama. I won't lie. Like I filmed the review and I was like, I don't want to pack this away. And then I just was like, stuff it. I'm going to put it up there. And I don't know if you can see John Wick's there. And am I worried that he and Caine were going to take a tumble? Yes, but they didn't. So I'm trialing the concept of having some stuff on top of these shorter glass cabinets. I'm not sure how I feel about it yet, but we'll see. AJ says it was great. We have a honeymoon plan for next year, but we had a fantastic day, even with it being record-setting heat for this time of the year. Couldn't have gone better. Oh my goodness. Because I feel like where you are is typically a bit colder, AJ, but that's awesome. I'm glad the day went well. And I hope the honeymoon's amazing when it comes around. It's scary. It's like crazy to me. 2026 is not that far away. Like, we are already at the 10th of October. This year is flying. It's I feel like it's a blessing and a curse, if I'm honest. JB's here all afternoon to you, JB. I hope you're doing well. Alexander said, thank you for your thoughts. I was interested in putting a blue shirt one together. And yes, I'm also not sure what color he wears. I know Bob Dylan spoke to the costume designer for John Wick Chapter 2, like literally spoke to the guy. And I remember him saying it was, I'm pretty sure, I'm probably getting this wrong, but I remember because Bob even said this in the comments once where he said the shirt was blue, but then it looked black on screen or vice versa. So like the color grading can sometimes mess with things. I have been assembling a whole bunch of parts to build John Wick 2. And I've got some blue shirts. I've got some black shirts. So I figure I've just got to go with what I think looks best. But it's funny because times when I'm watching that movie, I'm like, it's black. And other times I'm like, oh, no, I think it's more navy blue. Shuri, do you think it's black or navy blue? You don't know. She's left the room. She doesn't care. And it's funny because I like the all black look, but then I feel like the blue shirt does break up how flat it is. So, but my biggest thing is wanting the tie pin. I want the tie pin, so I've got some options. Crusader, I hope that's how to say the name. Do you think Hot Toys Superman is better than InArt? I don't know. InArt hasn't released theirs. I think the Hot Toys one looks nice. The InArt one is still a prototype from what I understand, so I don't really know that I can have a definitive opinion of it as yet, if I'm completely honest. I don't really know that it's at that time. I will say that I kind of don't understand the close-eyed sculpt on InArt, but you're getting 2 sculpts, so that's kind of a nice bonus. But as I said, which one's better? I don't really know. And to be honest, I'm not a Superman collector, so I don't know that my opinion's a definitive one. But as I said, I think the Hot Toys one looks really nice. I can see they've made some tweaks to a few things. InArt, I'm not sure when that releases. I mean, that's not coming out till next year, right? I do like the magnetic flight pole function that Hot Toys has. I do think that's a little bit of an advantage. But better, I don't know at this point in time, honestly. I think we have to wait to see when they're both released. Cooldo. They were saying it was a really dark navy blue and the color palette they used for the movie made it shine blacker. I'm pretty sure you are right in that regards. I just remember Bob had been like, I've talked to the source and this was the truth. And I just wasn't sure which way it was. But yeah, as I said, I've got a Topo suit that was all black 3-piece suit. And I changed the shirt for their navy one. And I did like the way that looked. But now I've got the Kento version and I was able to get the Hot Toys Chapter 2 suit. So I was debating doing a video about that, about like my journey to making my ultimate John Wick 2. But I don't know if people would be interested in that or not. So let me know. Do you want to see that? Don't you want to see it? I like the Kit Bash content, but I feel like people don't really watch it. So I don't know if it's just a small audience or if it's something that people typically aren't interested in. I'm not sure. And this is where I'm like, I loved it with my diorama because someone made the comment and I'm so sorry I forgot who it was, but I feel like it was someone who regularly watches my channel. They were like, I like that you review the things that other people typically don't. And I'm like, I make a point of doing that, like the suits and stuff. Like a lot of people don't review them, but then I'm like, I don't know if it helps my channel that I'm reviewing this stuff because people don't always watch it. So I'm a bit like, do they? Don't they? I don't know. trying to work this YouTube stuff out still. You should. I sure as heck would watch it. Okay, well, that's good to know. Because I feel... I don't know how long it would take, because I still... The head sculpt's still the last missing part that I'm trying to get at. But maybe I might do it with the suit and the clothing. So I'm really not sure what I'm going to combine to make the final look. Because as I say, I've got 3 different suits, different bodies, all this stuff. So fingers crossed. Blue says, Hot Toys finally made a great Keanu sculpt with the new John Wick. The only one I thought was worth getting. Well, this is the thing, Blue. And I was really grateful that we started to see some in-hand footage of the sculpt in Secret Base, because what I noticed about their John Wick 2 sculpt was that the blood and the sort of damage to his face, it's painted on, not sculpted on. And I really love that Chapter 1 sculpt. And there's a part of me that was studying those photos, and I think, again, the blood is painted on. So there's a part of me going, could I get an extra sculpt and just send that off to get touched up and then use that as my John Wick 2 sculpt? Because I want him with that slicked back hair. Him in that suit with the tie pin. It's got to be the slicked back hair. I'm still strongly of the opinion that Hot Toys did totally the wrong hair for the John Wick they produced. But I have been thinking, do I try to sculpt and then use that for the John Wick 2? Because I do think it's the best Keanu sculpt that they've done. So there's literally a world where I'm like, do I buy 2? Do I buy 3? Because my goodness, the price of head sculpts on Toy Anxiety is skyrocketing. Like, they had the She-Hulk head sculpt. It was like $150 US. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. I'm just like, I honestly feel like if you need enough parts of a figure, it's probably more cost effective to get the whole thing than parts. Like, that's the stage I've reached. And even when I wanted to make my Stealthy Elena, because I wanted like the body and the head sculpt, like when I could see the price on Toy Anxiety because they sold so quickly, and I did the conversion, I was like, I'm literally better off buying a complete second figure than buying just the parts I need, which is wild. It never used to be like that. Alexander says, what else do you think Hot Toys will do for the John Wick line? I think they should do a bloodied up end of John Wick 2/John Wick 3 figure with the white shirt and Willem Dafoe from the first movie. Look, it's interesting. I still really want a ballerina, and I'm hoping we get an Eve Macaro. I have wondered if this John Wick Chapter 1, and I think what's been a pretty positive response to it is making them fill in the gaps. So I don't really know what else they might do. I mean, I would love to see them do a Winston. I know that's probably a stretch. I never know how to say it, Sharon. But even I was talking to Renz, and we were talking about like some of the characters in Japan. I want to call him Akiro, and I'm so sorry if that's not the right name, but the manager of the Osaka Continental, him and his daughter, like that would be cool. Like they'd have some pretty interesting outfits. I don't know. Like if we don't get Eve, I have to think that maybe we're not getting more than John. And even with third party, like there was a third party company that showed Winston and what's his name? Marquise. And I know the head sculpts were rough, but they got cancelled. So I just don't know. Third party doesn't seem to be as prevalent as they used to be. So I feel like with some of these characters, maybe it's just custom is the option, which is expensive. So I don't know. Like I'd love to see them give us a Chapter 2 with the right hair. I'd be down for Chapter 3. As I said, I know it's same, slightly different, but I'd be down for having one from each movie and a ballerina and a John from Ballerina. But I'm just all in at this point in time. So I don't know. I never would have thought they'd revisit John Wick Chapter 1, and I have to wonder if part of that is J&D. So maybe J&D can announce a Chapter 3, and then Hot Toys will want to make one. Blue says that's interesting. Didn't know that. Definitely need to get to now. Yeah, as I said, when you look at the Chapter 2 sculpt, it's definitely painted on. And then I was looking at 6-scale Kawu, and I think MRC also had some footage from Secret Base. And there was some close-ups of that sculpt, and I was, as I said, really looking at it, and I feel like that's just painted on, because I feel like it's going to be the same with that James Bond. I feel like that commando and that tuxedo sculpt are the same, and that it's just that blood effect that's painted on. I don't think they've sculpted two separate things. I think a lot of that paint and battle damage is typically just painted on. I don't think it's sculpted on. Ben Allen is here. Hello, everyone. Hello to you, Ben. Happy Friday. Call me Eli if my YouTube name is too difficult, but I did get the Chapter 1 John Wick Artist Edition, so I'm excited to get that. I soon want to keep back to Chapter 3 because that's my favorite movie. Oh, I just like to know how to pronounce people's names. Like, I often say that because I have a bit of an epic Greek surname, I like to say people's names correctly, so I just would like to know the pronunciation if possible. If not, that's fine. I'm horrible with names, so if I forget that your name is Eli, I'm sorry. It's just me. I'm old, and it's 10:30 at night, so I'm also tired. Dark Knight Archives, hello. I'm just dropping by to say hi. Happy Friday, Helen, everyone in the chat. I'll have to catch the replay. Don't forget to hit the like button, everyone. Have a great weekend. Thank you, Dark Knight Archives. I hope you have a great day and a lovely weekend. And, you know, the like button, it's down there. It's free. I'd appreciate it. Ben Allen, Monkey Depot prices are skyrocketing too. Yeah, seriously, like, the price of loose parts is up there. And that's why with this John Wick, I was going, do I get 3 so I can get the sculpt repainted for my Chapter 2? But then I was also lucky enough that Keith Lee, if you're in the chat, thank you again, Keith, gave me a heads up of Monkey Depot having the John Wick 4 head sculpt in stock. So I was able to get a spare one. So I'm kind of going, could I use the Chapter 1 suit with the Chapter 4 sculpt to do a ballerina? I don't know. Would love to see Akira, and her dad's name is Koji. Sorry, I got the names wrong. Love Koji's actor, and with Hot Toys, they don't like the competition. They've been here for a while and want to keep the number 1 title. They do. That's why I'm so bad with names. I knew one person was Akira. I didn't realize it was the daughter, but given the way it ended, I was like, will we see Akira again in the future? Can we get a figure? I'd be down. I'd be down for that. All right. I'm gonna surprise you guys all with something that typically only happens once a month, but Costa, living room live from.
Hello.
How are you?
Thank you. I am well. I'm looking for Lumi right now so we can
no way.
him.
Oh, that's so cool.
By the way, I'm at New York Comic Con, and I'm already like picking up swag. So.
Oh, no way.
Like Mondo's here, NECA's here. Yes.
That's so cool.
No way. You said no way. I thought you said by the way. I was like.
Oh, no, that's cool.
Right. Let's see if I'm in the right neighborhood. Oh, yeah, I'm going the right way. How's everybody doing?
I'm good. Everyone in the chat's been good. We've got people saying hello to you. So yeah, New York Comic Con. Are you just there for shopping? Are you doing like panels or meet and greets?
Around. You guys can.
Oh, I don't know if we've lost Costa.
I am going to. I'm here to meet all the people from online, and it just happens that like Mondo's here, and NECA is here, and Nesco is here. There's a lot of toy companies here, except no Hot Toys. They're not here for Sideshow, but they're not they're not wanting to. You know, they don't want to do. They don't want to do their cons. But yeah, this is it. This is it, guys. We're trying to find Nesco. It's 1333. And I don't know if I passed it. We were at like number.
Oh no. Oh, I don't know how well this is going to go. Obviously, Costa's in a bit of a high traffic area at Comic-Con, so oh goodness, I might just drop him a little message. Oh, we lost him. Well, hopefully Costa comes back because I had sent Costa some Tim Tams, the official snack of this stream. Not sponsored, but Arnott's. If you want to sponsor me, I'm down. And he was going to take some Tim Tams to New York Comic Con to do a Tim Tam slam with Luminara. So that's why he was coming on. They were going to do the Tim Tam slam. So hopefully they can come back. Jeff's here. Good morning, Costa. Good evening, Helen. Hopefully we get Costa back soon. I really hope so. I did message him to just say there was a bit of a connection problem. Blue says that James Bond is the same sculpt, tux and battle damage, 100%. Give me a Hiryoku Sanda figure. Is that from James Bond? You'll be shocked. I don't watch James Bond. I've seen one James Bond movie in my life, which was whatever the one Pierce Brosnan and Terry Hatcher were in. I saw that as a teenager. So, all right. So I'm going to keep rolling and hope that Costa and Lumi join us at some stage. And if they do, we'll cut from the newsy news to chat to them. First up, I do want to thank my channel members. And I apologize if I missed anyone because Bob Dylan gifts the channel memberships, and sometimes I'm like, who's a paying and who's a gifted? And I think these are my paying channel members. So if I've forgotten someone, please let me know. And I apologize if I forgot you. So big shout out to the Broke Collector, my foundation member, AJ Agrusa, Costa at Pop Culture Living Room, Kevin LaFranc, Aaron Broverman, Tijuana Mike, Keith Lee, Valkyrie Magnus, Miss Batwoman, and of course Bob Dylan, who generously gifts all the channel memberships. And as I said, there's a video with Shuri, a members only video that is available if you want to watch that after this stream. Okay, I think we might have Costa back. I will try. I don't know if you saw my message, Costa. You're a little bit choppy. I'm assuming there's just a lot of people where you are.
Yeah, I had to get on the Wi-Fi.
Okay.
Yeah, I hope that it's better now. But I'm walking around. All right, so I'm at the Mezco booth, and there's a long line, I guess, to buy stuff. So let's hear. You guys want to see the Mezco booth?
Give us a look.
Really cool stuff. But this is a line, I guess, for people to buy stuff.
Oh, wow.
And I know that, Looney and Craig, also known as Crispy Craig, is here somewhere. But yeah, this is it. This is the Comic-Con. What's going on?
Nice. It's still your audio is good. Your video is a little bit choppy, but I think we can get by. Winman 42 is saying Costa is looking good now, and I think he means the connection, but also you are looking good, my friend. Because what venue is this at? What venue do they have the Comic-Con at?
It's at the Javits Center.
Okay.
I gotta find Dr. Savage or something for Windman 42 and to see what it looks like.
Oh,
they're sold out of a lot of stuff here. All right, so all the exclusives. Well, there's some exclusives, yeah. Yeah, all the Ninja Turtles are sold out. So nobody's getting those Ninja Turtles, yeah.
But is this the first day of the con?
No, it's the second day. Thursday. This is the first long day of the con. So yeah, I brought like all my videoing rig so I can video. I got to get used to videoing in a crowd and not
Yeah.
being self-conscious and not, caring what people think. So there's that. But yeah, I'm trying to find
Just
Lumi.
just channel you're in a Greek, Costa. You'll be fine.
Channel my energy. All right, let's see here. I'm gonna go this way. No. Hi. All right. I know what Luminar looks like. I just can't find it. So
Oh goodness.
let me not interrupt anymore. Go on. Let's talk about. Yeah.
All right. What do we let me add the slides back. So I was just thanking my channel members, of which you are one. So Costa, thank you very much, my friend. Appreciate your support.
You're welcome.
And my weekly PSA. Don't buy from William Wang / One Man's Hobby because you're not going to have a good time. He's been missing for many months. The website's still up. Just don't do it. And I include this.
Many months.
Well, May 11th was his last activity. So what's that? June, July, August, September, October. 5 months. Ridiculous. So you're not getting anything from him, is my opinion. If you've ordered something recently, do a chargeback. If you've ordered the Catwoman from Jazz Inc., contact Jazz Inc. about transferring your order to them because they've been doing that for people.
I will be back on with Lumi.
Okay, all good. Let me know. I'll keep an eye out for you. All right. So Costa will be back with Lumi, which is cool. So, as I say, I'm including this PSA in case new people come across the stream because I want them to know what we already know. That buying from William Wang, One Man's Hobby, is not a good time for anyone. Audience participation time. Oh my goodness. Blue Tattoo has become a channel member. Thank you so much, Blue. I really appreciate that. I'll add you to my list for next week. As I said, I'm really sorry if I forgot anyone on the list. I had to look at the dates because when I saw dates with a lot of people, I knew that's when Bob had gifted memberships and I was so worried I'd forgotten someone. So I hope I didn't forget anyone. But Blue, thank you so much. That's incredibly kind. Audience participation time. And there's quite a few of you in the chat. So I want your answers, please. If you were an action figure, what 3 accessories would you come with? I think this is an amazing question. And I want to know what 3 accessories you would come with if Howie Claus was going, hey, I'm going to make a figure of you. What do you want to come in the box? I want 3 accessories that are going to come with you. I think this is about William. Apparently, he came back from a really bad break around that time and just decided not to do any orders and got away with at least 150,000 USD, maybe even more. Yeah, it's a lot of money. And I've gone through the issues with William a lot. The guy promised to get back to people, didn't get back to people. And I know when I asked for a refund, because I was convinced he was never going to deliver on the pre-orders I had with him, he just played silly buggers, as we would say in Australia. Oh, I don't understand why you want a refund. What's the concern? It just happens too often in this hobby. And to be honest, it just kind of reiterates to me why I do choose to pre-order from pop culture. I know I wait longer. But the chances of them just disappearing one day with my money is pretty slim. So I just, these resellers, and I've even seen a few posts on Reddit this week around pop collectibles. So I would just say to people, be mindful of where you're buying from, because so many people were gradually paying installments for statues and high-end things that they're never going to get. And I think the last estimate we had was it's at least $200,000 Australian. It's probably more because that was a small sample size. Alexander would come with a cup of tea, a packet of custard creams, and custard cream. Alexander, are you in Australia or the UK or somewhere else? Because I'm just trying to understand if custard creams other biscuit I'm thinking custard creams are in Australia. Because if so, I don't know that I know anyone that's that passionate about custard creams, but you do you. That's amazing. Uncarded Review says extra hands, extra heads, diorama base, and crotch grabber. Not those things. The figure's going to have that. But like what little... I'll give you guys an example. What would Helen come with? I'd come with a little Shuri. I'd come with a packet of Tim Tams. And I thought for the third thing, I would pick my iPhone because that's what I use as my camera for my videos and to stream. So yeah, if you were getting a Helen action figure, and let me say, Hot Toys probably wouldn't do a good job of making a little Shuri because they didn't do a good job of making a goose. But this is what I would come with. Oh, Blue Tattoo says, I needed to join back up. I thought I was a member, but my name wasn't on the list. Yeah, I think because Bob has gifted memberships, and I don't know what happens when they're gifted. Like, I don't know if they just drop off or if people get a thing to say, it's going to end. You want to sign up? But I've never been gifted a channel membership to know. So I just watch the numbers go up and down, and I'm just like, I don't really know how it works. I'm still learning the YouTube. Toy Collector says, mini Hot Toys figure, my pup, and a 6-scale mountain bike. Oh, that's cool. Mike's here. Hey, everyone. I've been half listening as work is killing me right now, and I had a second to say hi. Is it me, or did Soups come out really quick after announcement? He did, Mike. I was saying that the figure's been released like 3 months after the cinematic release, which is super quick. Super quick. That doesn't happen very often. I'm hoping it's maybe a sign of things to come where now and then we get things super quick. I'd love that. I think that would be amazing. I recently got an email from his site saying my pre-orders are coming in stock. Oh, really? You got an email from William Wang? That's hilarious because I know so many people in Australia have been emailing the guy and just getting ignored. People have even been getting messages on Messenger saying this person can't be reached. So it's a bit outrageous. If I was a figure, I would come with a battle damaged outfit, cereal boxes, and a Snickers bar. I love Snickers for some reason. Is the reason because they're delicious? Because that's a good enough reason for me. Jeff would come with a cell phone, a telescope, and a drone that can actually fly. Oh, USB charge up drone. That would be cool. Blue says my accessories would be a phone, PS5, and merch from my brother's site. Needs to be 6 scale and a Koye shirts. Yes. I do like that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle needs to be 6 scale shirt. That's very cool. And yeah, we need a Koye. We so need a Koye. Oh, Alexander's in the UK. I manage they're the same. Maybe they're called Arnott's in Australia. Yeah, they're definitely called Arnott's in Australia. But yeah, we have custard cream biscuits, and I wasn't sure if what you meant was the same thing. Eli says, anything regarding William Wang or his site One Man's Hobby is a complete scam as of May, so I don't think he would do anything after so long. He's a ghost. Yeah, I have to think, like, he's moved overseas. I don't think that Facebook account's going to be posting anything, messaging anyone. I think he's probably got himself a new digital identity as far as social media goes. And yeah, he's just going to be a ghost story would be my guess. Mike says, so I'd have to come with a coffee, a piece of the only good chocolate out there, orange chocolate, and an instructional video on how to put me in an amazing pose. Oh, I didn't think you'd ask for instructions, Mike. Aren't you the person who normally goes instructions? What are they? But orange chocolate, fair enough. I knew that was probably going to come. Blue says, I think it was an automated email. Yeah, probably. It's funny though, because the things I have on pre-order with William are So Toys figures. So are they ever even coming out? Lol, who knows? I just know people who ordered things like Artisan Black Widow and whatnot that they're never getting that. A lot of people pre-ordered Mars Toys Two-Face. No one's getting that. So it's just a shame. It's very sad. It's for me that people that are being stung. I don't know what's happened to him, but I'm like, you know what? I have to feel like karma is real. So you reap what you sow is what I genuinely believe. Blue says, oh, I need a Costa case full of figures and accessories too. That can be in the deluxe version, like the DX version can come with the Costa case and the accessories. AJ says, I would probably come with a bowling ball, a 6-scale of a 6-scale figure, and either a video game system or a craft beer. Oh, they're all cool accessories. I've got a couple of figures that come with little alcohol bottles or little drinks, and I always think they're kind of cool accessories. Mike says, to be fair, Helen, they're not really instruct, whatever that word is. It's in the form of a video. Okay. Eli says, that's the thing I hate. People can scam and ruin their name, disappear, and then come back months later with a new identity. I see it happen before. I mean, how many alter egos did Toys Wonderland have? God, they came back with eBay stores, with different sites, all that stuff. It's crazy. They do. It's like whack-a-mole. Like you bop one on the head and then they launch 2 new websites with 2 new names. It's ridiculous. Natalie Harris is here. Hello. Afternoon, Helen. Hope you and Shuri are doing well from the UK. We're good. Shuri was here before, but we're asking the question. If you're an action figure, what 3 accessories would you come with? I'll enunciate my words. And little Shuri is definitely an accessory that I think would come with me. Along with Tim Tams, these are my 2 favorite flavors, the chewy caramel and the original, and my phone, so I could stream and do content. Blue says, I love drinks as accessories, bottles and cups. Super cool. Yeah, I think it must have been my So-So Toys, the Matt Ryan Constantine. I can't remember what his third-party name was, and I'm positive he comes with like a bottle of bourbon or scotch or something for that, which is super cool. And I almost wanted to give that to my Jessica Jones figure because I feel like she should have come with a bottle of something because, you know, it's Jessica Jones. I think it's crazy that we get these sponsors that swear by their name. These are the resellers. Yeah, it's interesting because, as I say, there's been a few threads on Reddit this week that I've seen about pop collectibles and people either saying bad experience or asking what they like. And I do feel like with some of these places, you are not getting the experience that prominent YouTubers are getting. You're just not. They need those guys saying they're great, that's where I got mine from, to then push other sales. So this is where I kind of like not being affiliated with anyone. I would hate it if I was promoting some store and they were doing these things to people. Like, I don't understand how some people are just happy to ignore that multiple times with multiple stores, but different strokes for different folks. I like when they have Trustpilot reviews. Yeah. Goodness. Spare pegs are an accessory, I think. Yeah, I feel like that's standard. I feel like hands and a base and some pegs are standard. So I think they're standard. Maybe someone should come up with a voodoo doll of Willy Wang and Philip. I mean, maybe they already exist. Who knows? I wish pop culture would ship to the US again. I thought they were. I thought I saw something which said they were reintroducing it, but I feel like they're now adding a tariff fee or some kind of, you know how Kit has that little tariff impact fee? Like, I feel like they were adding something like that. As I say, I saw someone else share it because, I mean, I'm not in America, but I thought things had gone back as far as the shipping, but I felt like there was some, and I remember reading it and thinking like, oh, is that going to make the things a lot more expensive for people overseas? Because I feel like quite a few people are buying from pop culture. So guys, thank you for your input. And if you're watching on the replay, please let me know in the comments the answer to this question. If you're an action figure, what 3 accessories would you come with? And again, not hands on display base, they're coming. What extra things are you coming with? Because I think it's an interesting question to ask people. Like, what if you could come with 3 things, what would you come with? And I do feel like that. It's an interesting insight into what people would say. Now, my accessories is just for the collector edition. If I had a deluxe edition, I'll add a 24-pack of Dr. Pepper, a chest full of cash, and lastly, a samurai sword. Sure. I mean, your DX can have whatever you want, like a diorama base. That would be cool. I figured if they did, there'd be some kind of tariff. Yeah, I feel like that is sadly becoming standard for you guys in the US. I'm sorry, it doesn't sound like fun. I did a quick search, Helen, and it still states that pop culture is not shipping here unless I missed something, which is very possible. I don't know if I screen capped it on my phone or not, because I feel like it was shared on, I want to say, Reddit. I feel like I spend more time on Reddit than other places. But then my phone is full of like a lot of screenshots. Like I take an insane amount of screenshots of things. So how probable is it that I'm going to find it? I don't know. Because I also made a video and I now have a lot of video stuff on my phone as well, which just makes it harder for me to wade through and find what I possibly screen capped. My goodness, this is riveting viewing. Like, let's watch Helen scroll through her phone. That's fun. Yeah, I can't quickly find it, so I will not watch me scroll through my phone. Dr. Pepper. I had a phase where I really liked Dr. Pepper, but I don't drink soft drinks anymore, so no Dr. Pepper for me. Winman42 says, my figure would have a keyboard, synth. Oh, cool. A vinyl record and an extra kidney. All to be revealed at an extra date. An extra kidney. Interesting. Natalie Harris says, if I was an action figure, 3 accessories would be a pet, Potch Cola, and chocolate. I don't know what Potch Cola is. Unless it's a pet Potch. Pet Pooch? I don't know. And as I say that, Shuri's coming in her pet door like a wrecking ball. So let's see if she joins us. The tariff would make sense because Sideshow still has their tariff fee. The cent's gone down, but not a lot for me. I bought the 2.0 Batman Deluxe and I was charged an extra $18. Do you consider that a lot or not a lot? I have no idea because I feel like some places are charging like a set amount. Like I feel like Kit's not charging that much and it feels like Giant Toys is not charging. I don't know how they're getting around that. So it's an interesting time. They had to import all their stock from Japan and they stated they were going to take most of the tariff hit instead of the buyers. If they didn't, it could well have been over $30 or $40. Oh, okay. Blue says, I phased out most soda. I do drink Zevia. I have no idea what that is. Sweetened with stevia, good stuff. I have no idea what Zevia is. That's not a thing in Australia. I have no idea. I have no context to what that is. I had a massive addiction to soft drink. And I just decided one day I was going to stop. And I was like, I'm going to do a week. Can I do a week? And I did a week. And then I said, okay, let's do a month. And I did a month. And a more sane person would go 2 months. And I'm like, a year. And then it's funny because the year passed and I didn't even realize the year had passed. And that was, I want to say like maybe 12 years ago. So I only really drink like sparkling water. Like I don't drink Coca-Cola or things like that. I don't. Jazzy's here. Hello, morning chat. Zevia is good, healthy alternative. Okay. I wonder if it's here. I've never seen it, so I've got no idea if it's in Australia. So, guys, thank you for your participation. As I said, if you're watching the replay, let me know. If you're an action figure, what 3 accessories would you come with? I'd love to know. I'd come with Baby Shuri. I'd come with Tim Tams. I'd come with my mobile phone. Smart move removing soft drink sugar is an addiction. It is. And also some of those ingredients that I can't pronounce, I'm like, they can't be good for me. They can't be good for me either. Oh no, Eli's saying he ordered Pop Culture a day before their announcement and they cancelled his order. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. That's not fun. I hope he's still in stock by the time they're shipping again. Mike also gave up soda right after I heard Coca-Cola was used to clean mechanical parts. Could be a tall tale, but freaked me out enough to stop. I remember in high school, we're going so off track. I feel like we did this experiment where they put a chicken bone in Coca-Cola and we left it there. And then the next day, the chicken bone was like, it was not a rigid bone structure. Like the Coca-Cola had like totally like eaten away at the bone. It was like jelly. It was, yeah, still wasn't enough to stop me from doing it. But anyway. Oh, hang on. We've got guests. So before we talk about random predator that I don't know, let's get Costa and Lumi in there. Hello, in New York.
Hello.
How are you both?
We're doing well. We're in line at Starbucks trying to get tea.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, look.
Committed.
Look at that line.
Oh, far out.
It's the only place that has hot liquid.
I didn't know Starbucks did tea.
Oh yeah, they bought a tea company called Tivana.
Oh.
They own Tivana. I think they shut it down, but yeah. So we're just waiting to get the tea. I don't know how long it's gonna take. If you don't mind us coming back on and off, that
absolutely do what makes sense. But I just didn't think Americans really drunk tea. But I love how committed you are to having tea with the Tim Tam Slam. Like extra bonus points for you both.
She said we're very committed to the tea. We decided to go full Australian and
nice,
like monarch, like the British empire-y type. Even though we do not like colonizers. Fuck them. But anyway, not you, not the people from today, but yeah.
No, so, I feel like Americans typically love an Aussie, so no offense taken.
We thought the tea would be quicker too, but we're not sure because I'm sure everybody else is getting lattes and frappuccinos. We're gonna go for the tea. I also wanted to taste it with a tea, a black tea, a nice black tea.
But before you guys dive out, give us a sneak peek. What flavor Tim Tams are you gonna slam? Can you tell us?
Yes, I am going to, for the first time ever, do the original.
Oh, nice.
Tam. Yeah,
very cool. The classic.
Yes, the classic. I thought, why not?
Good choice. Yeah. Start with the classic. I love it.
So as soon as we get this tea, we will get a spot over there and somewhere over there. And hopefully we will. Tim Tams we'll be Australian and you'll be from the US and eat safety cakes while we Tim Tams land.
Although quickly tell me,
yeah.
You and Lumi, tell me which tasty cakes should I try? Because I haven't opened any of the other 3 boxes. So my options are Crimpets is option 1. Option 2 is the fudge cookie bars.
Don't do that one.
And then and then
hold on. Let me ask Lumi real quick. How familiar are you with tasty cake? Okay. She wants to know which type she should eat. So first, she has a choice of a crimpet, a chocolate fudge one, but I told her
I've got buttercream cakes. I have 3 options.
The chocolate one. I go with the crimpets. If you're doing tea, yeah. Lumi agrees. Crimpets.
Crimpets? Okay.
Yeah, if you're doing tea.
I will do crimpets when you guys are Tim Tamming.
All right. We'll see you soon.
Okay. See you
Hopefully.
guys.
Hopefully you're still streaming.
Yeah, that'll be the test. That'll be the test. I'll wait.
All right,
I'll wait
bye.
for you guys to get your tea.
All right,
I promise.
sounds good. We'll see you soon.
See
Bye.
ya. God, it's like we're a morning news show. We're like throwing to the live correspondence. I love it. I think the problem is though, I think StreamYard chucked out my slides. So I've got to behead. But for people who didn't see Two Greek Geeks, Costa sent me an amazing care package of tasty cakes, like 5 gigantic boxes of tasty cakes. And I forgot to get Tim Tams because I'm silly. So I'm gonna have some tasty cakes when they have their Tim Tam Slam. So I will have a crimpet, which is a new thing for me. So I will give that a go. Blonde Alpaca. I love that name. Did you paint the Caine glasses black? I thought I noticed in your recent short about your new suit. No, I bought black glasses from eBay. Hang on. I hope this isn't going to stuff up my slide placement. These are different glasses. Sorry, my ring light's in an unfortunate spot where I can't not have it in there. So yeah, I looked on eBay. I found a pair of black aviators that I thought looked very close to what Caine had in the movie, and I bought them for my kit bash. So no, I don't think I have the fine painting motor skills to do anything like that. So I think they were something like $20 US on eBay, and they fit really nicely on the sculpt, and I'm really happy with them. Oh my God, Helen, that's nasty. What's nasty? I don't know what that's in regards to. People saying hello to Lumi. People, special guests. I know. Look at me. I'm totes profesh with my guests. Calimera Costa. I hope he's going to have a good day at the con. Earl Grey tea is amazing. I don't like Earl Grey tea. It's funny. There's a tea shop here that has a version called, I feel like they call it Girly Grey. And I feel like it's a bit toned down, and I really like that one. Mike says, I've never been to a con, but it doesn't look like a lot of people are there at the moment. I've always imagined to see if people... Oh, goodness. Yeah, I think it depends on the con and the city. So I don't live in a big city, so thankfully I'm not typically in that scenario. Winman42 says, FYI, Starbucks has sold tea since they opened in 1971. I only have tea at Starbucks, which helps because I've never had a cup of coffee in my life. Oh, interesting. Do you have hot tea, iced teas? I always feel like if people are having tea at Starbucks, it's some like flavored something with cold foams and syrups, and I don't know. As I say, because I think as well, because whenever I go to America, like more often than not, when you're in a hotel, you have a coffee maker and not a kettle. And I feel like that would just never happen in Australia. You would have a kettle because you are having a cup of tea. Fudge bars are good though. Okay. Well, Costa didn't seem to be a fan of them, which is odd because he sent them to me. No candy cakes. Are they the chocolate peanut butter ones? Because if so, no, I did get candy cakes, and we opened them on Two Greek Geeks. So the episode we last did, we opened the coffee cake and the candy cakes, if they're the right one. And they're delicious. They're almost gone because it's been a few weeks since I opened them. I really liked them. They reminded me a bit of a Reese's cup, but I liked it because I thought the cake kind of broke up the peanut butter, because I think with the Reese's cup, like if they're big, they get a bit kind of claggy in the middle. I don't know if anyone at Bar Australia uses that phrase, but cons usually on the opening day and second day are packed. People get the limited figures on the first day and don't really come back because they got what they wanted. Yeah, that's true. I'm sure there's a lot of people that just go there to get things to flip. Did you see, Helen, that Hasbro is at least doing a HasLab and teasing some Tron smaller scale figures? We have to wonder if the Aries will go up. I did not. I don't particularly follow HasLab. And I've never seen Tron. So who else would you want to watch a stream for but me, who's not ever really seen anything? It's part of my charm, right? Illusion Entity is here. Hey, Shiro. Hello. How are you? I'm good. How are you? I've got some exciting news. I'll be receiving the J&D Type C Joker on Monday. Oh, that is exciting. That's super cool. Cousin Anthony in Holland has 3 J&D Jokers because he got the other Joker, which was the limited run of 40 they offered afterwards. I think he calls it like spare parts Joker, which does make me laugh. Anthony Stanfield's here. Hello, Anthony. Hi, Helen and Shuri. Hope you're doing well joining late today. We're good. Hope you are too. Shuri, she was here earlier. I do not know where she is now. Maybe she'll join us again soon, I hope. The chicken bone and the Coca-Cola. Oh, that's what I was saying is nasty. Yeah, I am sorry. It was an interesting experiment. And that's where I'm like, I can't imagine what that stuff does to people. But anyway. Windman says, I only have iced tea because the hotel tea is so damn hot. I don't like waiting 10 minutes to drink it. Yeah, sometimes a little bit of a dash of cold water in the tea is not a bad thing, I have to say. I like tea, best drink of the day, Helen. Yeah, I love a tea. I think it's something I drink all year round. Like even in summer when it's super hot, I love to just make iced teas out of like Asian teas, so like a oolong tea or like a jasmine green tea. But then in winter, and it's still quite cool now, I've just got like a white tea, just a black tea with a little bit of milk. Delicious, love it. Oh, candy cakes are the dark chocolate with the chocolate cake and a thin layer of white cream. Okay, I do not think I have those. I thought they were the peanut butter ones. But yeah, I have like, I think Costa sent me something like 60 cakes. It's a lot of cakes. And I have to forget that I have 60 cakes because otherwise Helen will have a fun time with 60 cakes and that's not a good thing. Jaron, that's incredibly kind. Jaron has gifted 5 6-scale Shiro memberships. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. That's so generous. Even though I don't do the Star Wars, so I appreciate you. I'll Darth Allison sends her regards. Chris Collectibles, hello. I got a random waitlist conversion from Sideshow a few days ago for the Dark Knight Rises Armory. I decided to go for it, and yes, I ordered the Dark Knight Armory as well. Oh, that's cool. I have obviously the 1.0 of the Dark Knight Armory. You actually can't see it because I moved things around. I have both and love both. So I think if you're a big Dark Knight fan, then I think they're great pieces. I wasn't going to get the Rises Armory, but Bob Dylan, he influenced me. And I have to say, I'm so glad I got it. Didn't think I needed it. So glad I got it. And I am really, keen to see some video reviews of the 2.0 Armory because I feel like that new sculpt is an upgrade on Power Pose Bruce Wayne sculpt. I know Figure Hideout did just like a reel, and I'm guessing he's just slammed with everything Hot Toys released. So I'm hoping that we soon get some videos because I would love to upgrade the sculpt on my Power Pose Bruce Wayne. Jaron says, congrats to the new members. 100%. Welcome aboard. Batman Collectibles is here. Evening, Helen. Also joining late. Not sure if I missed it, but I'm excited for the Hot Toy Superman. You have not missed it at all. I thought this would be a quick stream, but no. It's never a quick stream with Helen. We are going to talk about Japanese samurai predator. I can't remember his name because I don't know the alien or the predator, but he came out this week. So we must discuss. So no, Superman will be next, but also we've got Lumi and Costa popping in and out. So at any time we may be crossing live to NYCC. We will see. Blonde Alpaca, what was the limited run of J&D Jokers? Is that what Justin Collectibles just reviewed and trashed? I have no idea. What did Justin review and trash? So they released the Jokers, and I'm not familiar with the SKUs. Apologies. Like, I know Anthony got the 2-pack, and then there was an email that went out and they said, oh, we're going to do this limited run of 40 Jokers, and I can't remember what they labeled it. And he got one of those as well, which just arrived. So he now has 3 of the things. So I'm sorry I can't provide more than that because I'm not really getting the J&D. Oh, Eli says, yes, it was the price point they charged for the spare parts. Joker is not worth it. Yeah, I can't remember what it cost, but I was positive it was like there was 40 Jokers, and an email went out to, I don't know if it was people who just bought the 2-pack or who got the email, but it was very much a, hey, you bought this, and I don't know if you had to buy it directly from them. You've got this opportunity to get one of these 40 limited. And he did. Sharon says, Helen, due to the tariffs, pop culture is not shipping out to the US, which is a bummer. Back up for people is gone now. Yeah, I can't find. I tried to find the screenshot, Sharon. I thought I saw someone post on Reddit that they got an email or something from Pop Culture which said they were going to resume shipping soon, but that they would have to start charging like a tariff fee, I guess similar to what Kit was charging. But I can't remember the structure of it, whether it was a flat fee, whether it was a percentage. So it, I think it's going to come back, but I think it's going to cost a little bit more, which is a shame. I guess that's the landscape at the moment, unfortunately. Mike says, so I've got some bad news live. Your yellow and blue Wolverine is delayed. I'm sorry, but at least you have it, because so many people are trying to find it at, quote, reasonable price. When the FOMO hits and it's sold out, you are not finding it at a reasonable price. I'm sorry, friends, you're not. But I'm glad you've got your PO. And as I say, the price of that, I think, is going to go up, given how much everybody wants it. This is a great design for the Predator, but it's still an easy pass for me. Yeah, look, I mean, I'm, as I say, not familiar with this. I think it's an interesting design. It definitely gives me Streets of Rage 3 vibes. There's like this samurai kind of statue dude you fight in Streets of Rage 3. It reminds me of this. I saw some videos where Samurai Predator looked awesome, but I'm not a Predator collector. Yeah, that's fair enough. It's funny, when I went to Secret Base and I saw a lot of the Alien and Predator figures, and I'd never really seen them in person. Like, I was really impressed. Like, and a lot of them were older figures, but I thought they still looked super cool. So I think these kind of not people's, these creature figures, like Hot Toys does a really good job of, and I think has always done a good job of them, even all that while back. And this one's quite interesting. You get 3 different looks for the helmet / face. So you've got this one on the left where he's got, I'm not sure what that symbol is, apologies. You've got the unmasked one that looks super creepy. My goodness, I don't know that I could look at that. And then you've got this helmet on the right, which I do like. And that's the look that kind of reminds me a little bit of Streets of Rage, where you're like, it's very much got a Japanese vibe. I'm trying to remember what level it is. But yeah, you play this big boss who jumps around, and yeah, he looks like this guy. I know. You can just picture it from this description. It's just, I have a way with words. Eli says, I just got 6 conversions from Sideshow, and obviously I'm not rich, so I chose only one. My number 1, Batman BVS 2.0 Deluxe, and it comes tomorrow. Can't wait. But don't get it twisted. I'm eyeing my boy Bale. That's cool. I absolutely love that diorama that comes with that figure. I have seen people pose it with Iron Logan did an amazing posing showcase with James Bond, and he used that Batfleck diorama. I've seen people use it for John Wick. I think it's really cool. So I think that's probably going to be another one that looks like they have made some nice upgrades too. I love a diorama base. So absolutely. I've got multiple. I think I've got 4 different Batman active figures. I'm not going to judge anyone for having more than one. Chris says, watching your video on the Armory and having recently seen the actual screen used Armory is what got me to get it. Oh, goodness. Okay. Thank you. I don't pretend I'm the best at doing reviews. I give it a go. I try to do my best. I never feel like I'm doing things justice, but I think as I said, I think it's an amazing piece, and Bob pushed and pushed and pushed. Is very persistent that it was the piece I needed to finish my camo tumbler shelf, and I didn't think it was. And then when I got it, I was like, no, Bob was right. He's a visionary. Anything from Sideshow is going to take a while because of the imports. After the official release in Hong Kong, it takes 2 to 4 months for Sideshow to get them in. And that's just this reality, sadly. Yeah, I didn't used to think the delay to the US was that long. I feel like that's typically how long we wait in Australia. But when I ordered the John Wick Special Edition, I was really surprised how long that took. I think you guys maybe get batches, whereas in Australia, we tend to get our allotment. And it's in one go. Like, you never really hear of people ordering from Pop Culture and going, I got mine in January, and then someone else doesn't get theirs in March. It's kind of a different distribution model. And I guess because Sideshow is also distributing to other parts, maybe they're sort of drip feeding to everyone. I don't know, purely hypothesis. Mike says the amount of katana is great, and I really love the triple wrist blade design. It looks cool. As I said, I have no idea what this is, but I can appreciate that it's a cool looking figure. AJ says, I can't wait to get this one. Sideshow actually has mine in stock, but I'm trying not to get anything else for the rest of the month. Oh, goodness. That's pretty quick then, if Sideshow has this in stock. That's impressive. It makes me wonder if this is it maybe a smaller quantity so they were able to get things out to Sideshow a bit quicker? I'd love to know how it works, but we probably never will know. I love that his base is so versatile. It's pretty basic, but it's also perfect in so many ways. Blonde Alpaca, still love that name. Thoughts on this Samurai Predator compared to the original one? I'm so the wrong person to ask. I cannot help you. People in the chat can potentially help you. I cannot help you because I've never seen a Predator movie in my life. I apologize. That's what comes with this stream. It's me, my not watching stuff. As I say, I like to think it's part of my charm. It may just annoy people. I don't really know. Eli says, yes, Sideshow gets small to medium batches. They just had sent out a bunch of emails that the Deluxe Wolverine is delayed, but some people have gotten it. Yeah, because when I saw people were getting the special edition John Wick, I paid off my final invoice. And I just waited, and I remember contacting them just out of curiosity because I was like, oh, hey, what's going on? And they're like, oh, no, it's still in the window. And I was like, okay, this is clearly a different system to how it is in Australia. That's fine. Superman. Someone was going, have you talked about Superman? No, we haven't. We're going to talk about Superman right now. And as I said, super impressed at the speed of which Hot Toys has released this. So the movie was out in cinemas in Australia on the 10th of July. I'm assuming it was a similar date in other parts of the world. And then yesterday, I think it was yesterday, but 3 months from the movie release, we've got the figure, which I think is cool. Long may it can continue. I hope that we will get some of these title characters a little bit quicker. I think that was really good for the Deadpool and Wolverine line. I think it definitely maintained that hype for the movie and the figure line, having some of those figures come out so quickly. I think the only thing with this is that it's a bit of a bummer that so far nothing else has been announced. I know there's a lot of people that liked Mr. Terrific and would have liked that. For me, I know she's probably coming next year, but Supergirl, I really want Amelia Alcock Supergirl. Is it the Justice Gang? Is that what they're called? I think there would have been a bit of an appetite for that. I even at one stage wondered if we were getting a battle damaged version of this, but maybe this is Hot Toys testing the water a bit with DC. DC has been very up and down. So we'll see what comes of this. But I got the blogger photos. I will say I thought the blogger photos were a little bit hit and miss. Like some of the photos didn't feel like they were that sharp. So I know when Figure Hideout did a short little video, I felt like that really showed the quality of the figure a bit more than some of these photos. So if you haven't checked out his video, absolutely do that. As I said, he also had a nice reel about the Batman Armory. So I saw these all on Instagram. So I'm not sure if they've made it to his YouTube channel as yet. But I do think there's a lot to like about this figure. I did make some notes because sometimes we're totes profesh. And I felt like when you looked at the figure and the prototype, a few things had changed. I think the S symbol looks darker in this version. I think the trunks, I can't believe I'm talking about this. I think they have a nicer shape and they also look darker to me. I feel like, and again, I don't know if this is the way photos were lit, but it felt like in the promo pictures when he was up for pre-order, the skin had a bit of a red tone to it, which this doesn't have. So again, I'm not sure if that's lighting or an improvement that they've made. But the other thing I noticed, and again, I don't know if this is just me, I feel like they toned down a bit of the crazy musculature. Because when we first saw this, I was like, dude looks way too ripped. And I feel like I noticed it quite a bit in the arms, that the arms didn't seem as jacked as what it did in the prototype, which I think is an improvement. So I'm keen to know what you guys think about Superman, because I think this looks really nice. I think it's a really nice looking figure. I think, as I said, it's such an advantage that this is available so soon after the movie came out. I liked what I saw of it. And I love the concept of the base having the magnetic flight pole. I think is really cool. You're hopefully not going to damage the suit. It's like attaching through the cape. Those waist grabbers on the flight poles, they've been known to cause damage to material like this. I know InArt tried something different with having the plug into the back of the figure. I'm keen to see how well that goes execution-wise. Like, how strong is that magnet? Is it going to hold up over time? So I like that they're trying something different with that base, and I do like that diorama base. I definitely feel like design-wise, I like the Hot Toys base a lot more than the InArt one. Eli says, I love that his basis. Oh, no, I think that's the wrong comment. Don't mind me. I'm a bit behind. I like the Samurai Predator. I just pre-ordered the T800 Clean. And due to my video game Venom falling and breaking, oh goodness, I may pick up the comic version, so having a lot to spend right now. Oh, I'm sorry that your figure broke. That sucked. Having to sell my She-Hulk to help pay for my new Venom. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, but I do think or hope that given how in demand and hard to find She-Hulk is, like hopefully you got a good price for that and it didn't take too long to sell. I love their timing recently on figures. It keeps up the hype for the franchises and the movies. Also, like you said, they did the same with Deadpool 3 and also did it with Captain America Brand New World. Yeah, I think it's cool. I think if you can have the main character out relatively quickly, that's only a good thing, because I have to think that would also potentially reduce the amount of cancelled pre-orders. Because when you've got a movie and it's 2 years till the figure drops, and 2 years, particularly with something like the DCU, who knows what's going to happen? And if things go sour, people are going to cancel their pre-orders. So I do feel like getting something out early maintains that hype, keeps people excited. And I do think for that Deadpool and Wolverine line, I do feel like that then helped people want to buy more of the collection. So, as I said, I hope they keep doing it. Collection Obsession is here. Hello. Sideshow messaged me that they have the Samurai Predator ready to ship if I make my final payment today. That is so quick. That is so quick. Winman says, I like the look of this. Here is my Soup's conspiracy theory. Since announcement till now, I've yet to see a pic of this fig with both arms raised above his head. Is this on purpose? Oh, really? Maybe you're right. I don't know that I saw any promo photos with both arms over his head. I don't know. Interesting. They definitely improved the new Superman, but it's obviously not perfect. One thing I noticed right away, they made the muscles too big. He was more slimmer. Yeah, but I feel like they slimmed this down from the prototype, because that was my biggest thing. When I looked at the inner one and the Hot Toys one, I felt like the Hot Toys one went way too far with just how big and beefy he was. Like he looked like he was on something. So I do feel like he still looks quite muscly and big, but I do feel like it was toned down. Oh, no way, I was just typing that. Jinx. Now the head sculpt is really good, but it's another one of those things where at certain angles it looks like a completely different person. Yeah, people keep dropping a name. I forget who they think this looks like, and I'm like, I don't know. I think it looks like David Corenswet to me. Sharon says, I haven't been able to sell her. Oh, I had a buyer going to get her, then changed mine last second. I'm only willing to go so low on her. I had someone from Australia wanting to get her. Shipping too much. Yeah, shipping would be insane. I paid $90 US to get John Wick shipped to me. So I can only imagine She-Hulk would be more, because that box would be a lot bigger. So yeah, shipping. I laugh because toy anxiety, like if you add a Hot Toys hexagonal base to your cart, the shipping is $42. If you put like a wrist peg, the shipping's like $20-something. And I mean, at least to Toy Anxiety's credit, they're honest. Like if it costs them less to ship, they will refund you the difference. But like $40+ for a base, like that $40 is like 65 to 70 Australian dollars just to post a base. It's insane. It's absolutely insane, the shipping prices. Blurred Dad Life is here. Hello. Hi, Helen. I'm impressed with the turnaround on this Superman and the improvement. Mine is paid off and I'm just waiting for Sideshow to get it. Yeah, cool. As I said, I like this figure. I love that base. I think it's so cool. I like that you've got, as I say, that extendable part where you can have him in flight mode. You can just have him on the ice base. I do like it when some of these bases just have the subtle movie logo. Like, we know it's Superman. You don't need to have a big plaque saying Superman. And I have to say, I do like the vibrant colors of this Superman. It's a very different look from what we saw with sort of Henry Cavill. It's a bit more of that traditional look with the trunks and the yellow belt. Yeah, I think it's cool. As I said, I'm not a Superman collector, but I like this. Like I'm looking at the wires and the capes, and I'm quite impressed with how it's posing. So hopefully the cape will be okay, and you can just have the stock cape and not have to replace it. I think that's always nice when a stock cape does a good job. But yeah, I was looking at this and I was like, honestly, if I was getting this, like the quality and the speed, I'd be pretty happy with it. But like I was saying on the muscles, I was agreeing with you on the prototype versus final. You can definitely see his muscles, but it doesn't look like he's on some, yeah. And as I said, when I was looking at some photos side by side, I definitely noticed it in the shoulders and the arms. They definitely feel like they slimmed them down a bit, and I think that was the right move, personally. Often see happy Friday to you. Often, I hope you're doing well. Blurred Dad Life says people were saying that the prototype sculpt looked like the actor Christopher McDonald who played Shooter McGovern in Happy Gilmore. That's the one. I kept seeing this comment. He looks like Shooter McGovern, and I was just like, really? Okay. I just think, like, is it a Hot Toys release if someone doesn't want to say the sculpt looks like someone else? Not really. I feel like that's where we're at. Eli says, and what's funny is on Sideshow, not a lot of people were happy with the prototype, and he's still available for pre-order, but when the final product dropped, he's gone low stock. Yeah, I think that's what's happening quite a bit now, and this is where I find it interesting, because for the longest time, you had so many YouTubers going, don't pre-order, pre-orders are dead. But I think when a lot of people don't pre-order, I think that perhaps it does impact the production numbers. And then when things come out and those videos are coming from Hong Kong and people are going, actually, this looks amazing, they're rushing to pre-order and get it. And then when they don't find it on Sideshow, they come to Pop Culture because, Pop Culture will have it. So this is and I know it's a luxury in Australia because pop culture lets you move deposits around. I pre-order, and if I change my mind, I just go, hey, can I move my deposit? And I do. I think if you really want it, I think you need to pre-order it nowadays. I don't think those times of the end game figures sitting around forever, being discounted, being given away, I think those days are over. I think things have kind of gone back to normal in that sense. Mike says, so I have thoughts. Wasn't a fan of the Superman film. Fig looks good and love the magnetic flight stand, provided there's no tipping issues. But the red underwear just takes me out of this. Yeah, look, I can understand it. I liked the movie. I didn't know what to expect. I enjoyed it. I'm not the biggest Superman fan, but I enjoyed the movie. And yeah, look, it is a bit more of a classic look. I probably aesthetically preferred that Henry Cavill suit. But I think it's a nice figure. Shuri. Can you guys hear Shuri doing her claws? It's very loud. You all right there? Little Shuri. It most certainly does, and then people who didn't pre-order have to pay the absolute absurd aftermarket prices. Yeah, or they just ask for people to sell it to them at a reasonable price. And I'm like, well, if you wanted the reasonable price, you should have pre-ordered it. Because this is what gets me with Wolverine. Like, all these people, like, it was up for pre-order for a long time. And this is where I feel like FOMO will get you. Because if you didn't pre-order it, and I know there's a lot of reasons maybe you don't pre-order, but I know for me, if I don't pre-order it, a lot of the times my want for it is probably not that high. And I know the FOMO is hard, but I really try to not get caught up in the hype of something and buy it just because, oh my God, everyone's saying this is the best figure ever. Oh my God, all I'm seeing is photos of yellow and blue suit Wolverine in my timeline. Like, I try not to buy into that. And sometimes it's easier said than done. Like, I admit that. There's times, oh God, I almost bought the Mars Toys Cesar Romero Joker, not a 66 Batman fan, but the way everyone was going on about that figure and how amazing it was. I was like, oh, should I collect 66 Batman? Am I missing out on something? But now in hindsight, I'm so glad I didn't get it because I wouldn't have had anywhere to put it, and it's not something I would have then wanted to keep. I'd be then trying to sell that thing, and that would be a hard thing to do. So I think if you can be a focused collector, I think it helps you in the long run. Eli says partly their fault. If they wanted, they should have gotten it at retail and then hope the company can change it, which is why the release date is months and months away and they have time to improve. Look, it's a hard one because I don't know that we can always assume Hot Toys will improve things. I don't think they can improve every figure, but I feel like things that are important, maybe they will. And I would have thought this would be a pretty big one for them, kind of dipping their toe back into DC movies. But as I said, that's my thing. I just feel like if you want it, pre-ordering is a must. As I said, I don't think it's going back to the days of, oh yeah, no, I don't pre-order because I can get most things 30% off. Like those days are gone. Sharon says shipping for She-Hulk, even with pirate shipping, was almost $85. Wow. Which is like, yeah, 100 something plus. Guys, we're gonna throw back to New York Comic Con. Lumi and Costa, let me change the setting. Hello. Do you have your tea? Oh my goodness, how long did that take? How long were you in the line for?
I don't think it didn't take long. No. And they made our tea right away, but this tea is so hot right now, I'm gonna burn my my throat if I try to Tim Slam this thing.
Oh, you got to be careful because the Tim Tam will disintegrate if it's too hot. I'm just a bit of ASMR.
Yes, but worse off, we're gonna get third-degree burns if we try to do this. So. Oh, you got this.
Should I?
You got your crampons. All right.
Do you want me to go first?
I'm gonna go grab a cold bottle of water to cool this down a little bit. Give me one.
Do that.
I'm
Yeah, water is your friend.
Not sparkle.
Can you hear me, Lumi? I don't know if you can hear me or not. I don't think so. Okay. I wasn't sure if she was mic'd up or not. So I'm going to try crimpets. I've never had crimpets before. The box tells me that they are sponge cakes with butterscotch icing. So that sounds interesting. It does sound like it would be delightful with a cup of tea. My tea's probably a little bit cold, so I don't know how that's going to go. But I am keen to give this a try. I'm so excited.
It's so hot.
Oh, really?
Yeah, hold on.
Did you get milk in the tea or no?
We just got straight tea because I have a feeling if we got milk, it would have taken us like 12 hours to get that. So.
Oh, fair enough.
If you want to put that in there. All right, I think we're getting there. Yeah. All right, so I can do it from the top.
You're gonna. So do you remember the steps to explain it to Lumi? Because you're the cultural ambassador of Australia. You need to be able to articulate the steps to Lumi so she has a successful Tim Tam Slam. No pressure.
No pressure. No pressure. Okay. Do you want to go first?
Oh, you want me to have the crimpet?
Yeah, do the crimpets so we can have this cool down a little bit more.
Yeah. So I'm new to tasty cakes. I was saying before that I have been smashing the chocolate peanut butter ones. Delightful. I've been enjoying them, but I've also been trying to forget how many tasty cakes I have because I will want to eat them all. But this is my tasty cake. And ironically, my cup of tea is like stone cold. So hilarious. Cheers. Okay. Is this what you would call a yellow cake?
No.
Okay.
We both can hear you now. I put it on speaker, so hopefully.
Yay. Hello, New York. Hello, Lumi. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Oh, that's so good. Lovely to see you. I'm so excited you're going to get to have a Tim Tam Slam.
We made it. We did it.
Nice. That's so cool. So Costa's got the pressure on him to explain the technique, but I feel like we've done it a few times, so I trust Costa to not lead you astray with this.
How was the crimpet? Oh, wait.
I like it.
It's butterscotch. Probably goes great with the tea.
My tea's sadly very cold
it's a crimpet.
now. I do like a crumpet, though, I have to say.
Your tea?
My tea's very cold now. So I made my tea like 2 hours ago.
We're gonna.
All right.
Oh, it's cold tea. All right, so we're gonna go through it right now. So, white diagonal ends. Pray, yeah, like this. Pray for us that we don't burn our esophaguses. Here we go. We're gonna stick it in and then suck it.
Oh my god. Oh my god, it's good.
Wow, the tea does work really well with this, and I should have got napkins.
Yeah, because you're going to have chocolatey fingers.
Oh, I got chocolate on me fingers.
Yay. That's how you know you did it right.
Sorry that I'm licking my fingers on camera.
That's fine. Lumi, what did you think? Score out of 10.
That was really good. I would say, I would give it a 10 out of 10 if you didn't have the chocolate fingers afterwards. But 9 out of 10. Like, Tim Tams are really good. I need to make a trip to Target because the nearest Target to me is like 40 minutes from where I live. That's why I never make the trip to like try to go get it.
Sorry.
So yeah, so the nearest Target is like 40 They're the only ones who sell them. I've been to Kroger, I've been to Food Lion, none of them have them.
Do you guys have a what do you call it? This is Craig, Crispy
Hello.
Craig. Craig Holland
Hi.
from all of those beautiful pictures on Figure Flex Friday. Just beautiful.
Oh,
Good
nice.
people.
Hello.
Having fun out here with you guys to be here with us.
Yeah.
I am
We
Lumi,
missed you guys.
someone was saying earlier that Costco has Tim Tam sometimes. I don't know if you've got a Costco near you.
It's about the same amount of miles away at the Target. Because Columbia, where I live, is like 20 minutes outside of a major metropolitan city. But you know,
Sure.
major metropolitan cities have like an hour between them, like each side of it. And so if I wanted to go in, I would have to go like 40 minutes just to get to the Target or the Costco. The Walmart's closer, it's like 20 minutes away, but I just need to make the trip, and I'll be able to get to it.
Wasted money on that one.
Yeah, I think
I see what the hype is about.
yeah, I think the Targets also have the chewy caramel ones, which are like my favorite ones to do the Tim Tam
Sometimes.
Slam with.
Do you guys have a
Sometimes.
Wegmans? Wegmans would have it. Oh, you want to do another? Here. That's what they're here for.
Oh, she's hooked.
It's
She's
so
hooked.
much-
I love it.
Going back for
So we
seconds.
got-
I am
we
full
got-
now.
A 9 out of 10 from Lumi, which I'm totally taking as a win. You are now both Australian. I christen you Australian.
I have a little.
Honorary
I have a little
citizenship is in the
stomach.
mail.
Tim Tam Slam. Well, you don't have to
Tim
slam
Tam
it.
Slam. It's amazing.
Australia.
And guys,
young
We're
cookie.
gonna do the Tim Tam giveaway in less than 10 days. I'm gonna launch that on my channel. So this could
What
be
is
you, Tim Tam
You're
slamming.
giving away Tim Tam? Seriously?
I'm doing my next channel giveaway as like a Tim Tam sampler, like I sent you. I'm gonna do the giveaway, and then whoever wins, I'm gonna tell them all the flavors, and I think I can fit like 7 packets in a box. So I'm gonna tell them, you tell me what 7 packets of Tim Tams you want. I will buy them and I will ship them to wherever they are in the world. So that's going to be my next channel giveaway is Tim Tams.
We need to figure out what Greek pastry we're gonna do
Oh yes.
before we do it, because I think if we tell people, maybe they can go grab the pastry and join us.
Nice. Yeah, I'm happy
So
to do
we'll have to
that.
figure it out. You know what? This time you give us one of your favorites, and then I'll go grab. I'll go out and buy one, and then we'll do that. But we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. Outside this stream,
We
because
will.
this is not too Greeky, so I don't want to ruin your stream by
No,
talking Greek.
that's fine. I appreciate you guys coming live. I got to see Lumi do her first Tim Tam slams. I know she was looking forward to it.
Yeah.
So
First time on the channel.
I know
We're gonna have to try to get you guys on points of articulation too.
that would be fun for sure.
Yeah.
Send me the link. I can't jump on. I can't. I'm happy to jump on.
So,
Nice.
what you guys talk about? Did you talk about the Superman? That new
We would.
Superman?
I'll pop him back on the Let me see if I can get him back on the stage, because I do my best with the StreamYard. Oh, that's not what we want.
I think that came out great, by the way. Some people were. I think the people that are like sour about this figure, they're just sour that it's not the Snyderverse anymore. And this head sculpt on this figure is fantastic.
Yeah, I saw the update. It looks really good.
I think it looks great, and I was saying before that like the speed at which this has been released is insane. Like the movie released 3 months ago, and the figure's out. Like that's like if Hot Toys can get into that regular rhythm of, because they did it with Deadpool 3, now they've done it with Superman. I think also Captain America, like the Sam Wilson figure dropped really early. I think it just maintains that hype for people, because when you're waiting 2 years from a movie to a pre-order, like a release, I feel like that's when people start to drop off. But like if you're like 3 or 4 months down the line, you've probably still got the hype. If it's like part of a bigger line, it will probably motivate you to pre-order more of the figures. Like I think it's a good thing if they can get into this habit of giving us a title character within a pretty small window of the movie being released.
The only thing I don't like about that is no pay. Like the payment plan would be very short, so I live and die off of payments. But you're totally right. 18 months goes by, you forget about this thing, and and by the time it gets popped into your email and says that it's about to ship, you're like, do I really still want this? So
100%. I think so too. And I have to think with something like Captain America, given that was such a okay movie, not great, not bad, I'll say okay. I do have to think if Sam was coming a year or two later, would there have been people cancelling because they know Avengers Doomsday, all these other movies are coming, other versions?
Yeah.
Like, I have to think as well, sometimes it's probably to their benefit to not make people wait so long.
yeah, I mean, I guess every level of action figure has its pluses and minuses. We like the more realistic stuff. Other people like the 1/12th. Although InArt is making some pretty realistic 1/12th scale figures, so that's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard really good things about that Dark Knight 12 scale figure.
It looks amazing. I wish they were here. I wish they wouldn't just stay on the West Coast, do like San Diego Comic-Con. I wish like InArt would come here because I know Hot Toys isn't going to come here and Sideshow's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
InArt, they never want to send people.
You know what? We should suggest it for them. We'll put it in their suggestion box. We'll ask what's the guy's name? Is it John?
Oh, Johnny.
Yeah. We'll ask if he still works for InArt because I haven't seen him.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in a while.
I would have them on my channel, but I'm not good at I don't think I'm good at doing those kind of interviews yet.
Oh, we got
also,
a few
I don't want the
people-
backlash. You guys out there love to give backlash. Oh. I don't know if I can handle it.
Yeah, it's funny. I found my first filtered hate comment on a video recently, and it was funny. I felt like I took it well because I just had a laugh and went, this guy's just a bit of a drongo. So it was funny because it was like my my secret base tour, and the guy was like claiming I didn't show everything, and I'm like, homie, I showed you all the Star Wars. I showed you everything. And then he's like, oh, what's the point if you're not even going to show us everything? And like my terrible accent and my awful presentation skills. And I'm like, get lost. No one made you watch this. But I laughed and I just went, I'll just block you because I don't need that. So.
What did he want? Like a 10-hour video?
I don't know. Like, I showed everything that was in that store. Like, I don't know what else the guy wanted. Like, I showed 7 cabinets of Star Wars. And then you're like, you didn't show us everything. I'm like, I don't know what did I not show you the staff toilets out the back? Like, what did I miss in this tour, please? I showed you everything. So, made me laugh. Everyone's loving the things. We've got Oh Snap, International Tim Tam Slam. We've got Let's Go to Our Roving Reporters in NYCC. Winman42 said, Costa, you'll appreciate this. That's exactly why I don't get hot tea at Starbucks. It's like 1,000,000 degrees.
It's nice. It's I don't know what it is in Celsius, but it's like 60 degrees today. It's chilly. Okay. I don't like it.
I don't know what that is in Celsius.
It is less than 27 degrees, which is 72. Okay. I think that's room temperature, right? 27?
I think that might be a bit high, but 27's nice. Like, for me, 27 is a nice day.
Yeah. Anyway, we're gonna
Lumi,
head.
Is Lumi wearing a Hufflepuff shirt? Someone's asking. I think she is.
Lumi is wearing a Hufflepuff shirt.
Okay.
Oh, I got this at the Harry Potter World in Orlando.
Oh, she got it from Harry Potter World in Orlando. That's cool.
I am
People
also a
have spotted
Hufflepuff.
it.
I've taken the test like 8 times and I
Oh,
always get
yeah.
perfect every time. When I put Stacy, I just uploaded my account and I was Hufflepuff.
Nice.
Well, we're very empathetic. We love animals.
Very kind people.
We like cookies, so that's a positive. So yeah.
Biscuits, please.
What are you? Wait, what house are you in?
Me?
Yeah.
I feel like I've not done the test in a while. I feel like I got Raven's Claw.
Gotta get sorted. I did it when it first opened, like in like 2005, when the first Wizarding World website went up.
There you go.
But I think we're gonna start going around. I got a bunch of toy companies. I gotta find Henry 1/6 Syndicate somewhere around here. And it was a pleasure.
Likewise. And guys, make sure you check out Costa's channel, live streams, videos from NYCC, Pop Culture Living Room.
And go to Figure Flex Friday.
Sure, and and Lumi's channel, sub to Lumi. She's got a channel, Luminara. Do it.
Oh yeah, she does have a channel now. Yeah.
All right. Well, you enjoy your time at the con. Thank you for dialing in. I'm so glad that you guys enjoyed the Tim Tam Slam. That's awesome.
Thank you, and we will see you soon.
See ya. See you, Lumi. Bye. Oh, how lovely to have a special guest. I know the connection was a little bit, but hopefully you guys could hear that. So Lumi loved the Tim Tam Slam. She gave it a 9 out of 10. She said it would have been a 10 out of 10 if the chocolate residue wasn't on the fingers. But honestly, like if you're going to do a Tim Tam Slam, like that's how you know you've done it properly, if you end up with the chocolate on the fingers. Anthony says, crimpet sounds like a New Zealand crumpet. Oh, maybe. Big Ribs here. Hello, everyone. Hello. How are you? Snack time. It was snack time. International snack time. Goodness, so many comments. I have to play catch up. And we've also got to unbox Caine. So my goodness, I thought this was going to be a short stream, but lol, it never is with me. It never is. No backseat slammers, please. Let Costa give his version of the Tim Tam Slam. Oh, Mike. I think he just got cancelled from the giveaway. Yellow cake is radioactive material. Yeah, I didn't know if yellow cake was just what plain cake was called or whether you called that pound cake. I don't know. This kind of looked like, I was like, is this a yellow cake? I don't know. Best Tim Tam advertising campaign ever. I know. I'm like introducing Tim Tams to the world, aren't it? Like he could sling me some mint slices or something. That would be amazing. Target does have them $4.99. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. Mike's making a good point. Can't please everyone. Don't understand the need to comment negatively. Yeah, and it's funny because I have wondered at times, are people overly critical to justify not buying something? Because I feel like I can appreciate things if I'm not going to buy them. I don't know. I just don't understand this mentality. That's why I always kind of joke, like, is it a Hot Toys figure announcement or release if someone's not complaining about the head sculpt or something? I feel like there's very few things that come out that people are just like, the consensus is that it's good. I feel like even the John Wick had a few people commenting, and I'm like, oh, if you don't like that John Wick Chapter 1, there's no pleasing you. Often says, have fun, Costa and Lumi. Absolutely. I hope they have a great time at the con. And yeah, Costa's going to be doing some filming from NYCC. So check out his channel, Pop Culture Living Room. I'm not sure if he's doing his live stream tomorrow because he normally streams on a Saturday afternoon in the US, I want to say. But he's got amazing content on his channel, so make sure you check it out. That he says, love the live reporting, great stuff. Look, we try. 1% better every time is what we strive for. I don't know what I'm doing. Vita, aka her geeky side, is here. Hey everyone, hello to you, Vita. How are you doing? Happy Friday. Vita posts amazing photos up on Instagram. I saw an amazing picture of Black Widow Artisan Edition, which is a fantastic figure. So if you want some nice figure photography, check out her geeky side on Instagram. I think a crimpet is more of a sponge cake. Tasty Cake website says fluffy sponge cake baked into the unique crimpet shape, then topped with our legendary butterscotch icing. Look, I feel like being an Aussie, I've had a few sponge cakes in my time. This is quite dense. I would not call this a sponge cake. And I think what's interesting is, oh, I thought I had something that called, oh no, this is called a sponge cake. This is not a sponge cake to me. This to me feels more like a butter cake. And I feel like a butter cake is what people in America called a pound cake. Why can't we just all use the same words? I don't know. But also I need to make sure I don't have crimpet icing when I unbox Caine. Tim Tams, love them. Finally, you can get them at any supermarket in the UK. Oh, that's cool. I tried a penguin this week. One of my co-workers is from Ireland, and she went home for a holiday and came back and bought penguins. And she's like, I think they're the same. I'm like, oh, no, they are not the same. Very different chocolate. Same concept, but I do think a Tim Tam has a nicer chocolate. Completely biased being an Aussie, of course. Philly's here. Hi, Helen and crew. Happy Friday. Happy Friday to you, Philly. I hope you're doing well. Winman42 says, Costa told me earlier he will be streaming tomorrow with NYCC footage. We'll make sure you're checking out Pop Culture Living Room. Thank you so much. No, kudos where it's deserved. Like, your photos are amazing. I absolutely enjoy looking at them on Instagram. I swear anything with chocolate I'm down for, not just dark chocolate. I just absolutely can't do any dark chocolate. Oh, really? I quite like dark chocolate. I'm a big fan. All right. So as I said, Superman, I'm a big fan. I think it looks good. People have been super critical of Krypto. I don't know that Hot Toys does a particularly great job with the pets. I have 2 goose cats. They don't look amazing. I don't mind Krypto. I know some people should have been articulated. I think if he was articulated, people would then complain about visible joints. So I'm kind of not mad about Krypto being a solid piece. I think it's fine for an accessory. And I'm going to assume that we're hopefully going to get another Krypto with Supergirl. Because, you know, I'm all in for the Millie Alcock Supergirl. I'm hoping that's coming next year. And if she could come out as quickly as what our Superman did, that would be amazing. Thank you, Howie Claus. Oh, here we go. Jim Collector tried telling me penguins are the same as Tim Tams. I introduced him to Tim Tams, and I was like, sorry, you don't know what you're talking about. He does not know what he's talking about, because when I tried the penguin, straight off the bat, as I was eating it, I was like, this is compound chocolate. This is not milk chocolate. And I found the chocolate was quite different. And the penguin felt a bit more dense than a Tim Tam. So I don't know, maybe that's better for a slam, but a penguin slam doesn't sound as cool as a Tim Tam slam. But no, I think they're definitely different. The chocolate is vastly different. I think the biscuit is quite different because the Tim Tam is like a malt biscuit. So no, they are. I personally, now I've had both, and I had the penguin like maybe 2 days ago. They are not the same. And it was so funny because I got my co-worker so thinking about it, because I was reading the ingredients and I was like, oh, this is not milk chocolate. This is compound chocolate, which is very different. Doesn't have that sort of milky, melty texture of a Tim Tam. So no, I'm with you, Vita. 100%. They are different. Same concept, but different execution. I believe the solid piece for Krypto specifically is perfect, as they can stack more detail into one solid piece and not have to worry about how it moves or articulates. yeah, as I said, I'm not mad about Krypto not being articulated. I'm completely fine with it. Some people seem to have a real thing about it. I don't understand. JB's on the right side of history. Penguin's defo different to a Tim Tam. They defo are. All right. I feel like I got to keep moving because I can't believe we're at 2 hours. I thought this would be a quick stream, and I got to unbox Caine. So, as I said, in closing, Superman, I'm a fan. I think Hot Toys has done a great job of it, and I hope we can continue seeing some of these releases with a bit of a shorter time from movie to figure. I think it's always appreciated. And look, I know someone asked me earlier, do you think this is better than InArt's? I don't know. InArt hasn't released theirs yet. And I know comparisons will come. Buy the one you like the most is what I would always say to people. Some people will like the InArt one. Some people like the Hot Toys one. You do you. It's the best bit of advice I can tell anyone. So reminder, because sometimes I make videos, not often, but sometimes I make videos. And I did do a review of the Mojang Toys Osaka Continental diorama, which arrived last week. It's a really cool piece. I really love it. It's currently, can't really see it. It's sitting on top of this cabinet. I love it. I'm glad I picked it up. It is impressive. The light up features. It even has flashing lights, which I was not expecting. The lights dim. So yeah, a lot of functions I wasn't expecting. A couple of negatives. It wasn't all perfect. My video talks about it. So if you want to know what I think a bit more about this diorama, check out that video. I've also showed the diorama with both John Wick and Caine on it. It's a really impressive piece. I'm super happy with it. So I think if you're a John Wick fan, you've picked this up, I don't think you will be disappointed. I've really enjoyed it. And then for my members, my channel members, new Shuri content, because I know people liked the virtual pats. So when I was filming my diorama video, Shuri, she likes to get involved. She likes to supervise. She says she's the director of this channel, and who am I to argue? So after the live stream, you can check out my filming reviews with Shuri video. Look, you heard your name. Are you going to come say hi? She's a shy girl, but Shuri's just come in because she heard me talking about her. You gonna say hi to the peeps or no? No? Okay. You do you, Shuri. You do you. But she heard her name and she came in because she's a good girl. So yeah, members only video is there. Check it out. A little bit of Shuri content because why not? Why not a little bit of Shuri content? Eli says, yep, overall, all things aside, the new Superman is up to 100% of my standards. I don't see enough wrong to slam Hot Toys. Yeah, I feel like people can get hyperfixated on, I saw someone commenting about the belt. I was like, really? The belt looks fine. Philly says, saw Tron Ares last night. Very cool and entertaining. No winner of any awards, but the soundtrack and action. Well, maybe Hot Toys can give us a figure and a cycle. Well, they showed a figure at Wonderfest, did they not? So I'm guessing that's going to come out, or it's going to live in the figure Graveyard. Who knows? It's Howard. He's an enigma wrapped in a riddle. All right, guys, let me make a little bit of room. I'm going to move my mic, so if you can't hear me well or the audio is impacted, let me know. I'm trying to clear a bit of room. I got to clear the crimplets as well, my goodness. Not a sponge cake. Definitely more of a butter cake in my mind. Delicious, as I say. Still delicious, but Caine from Pop Culture, 20% off sale. It's time for Caine. It is. I love this Art Deco box. I think it looks super cool. The Wick one was red and black, I think. But this one, we've got the gold, all the usual deets. You guys don't want to see a box. Oh, wow, you can see all the reflection. So we've got the high table and Caine. Hot Toys presents Caine MMS 730. I know that number because I searched it many times trying to find the head sculpt for my Topo kit bash. So I have not opened this as yet. So, box cutter. And I have this thing where I always have to cut the boxes from the bottom. I can't tell you why. It's just what I do. Shuri unboxing Caine. Look, that would be fun. Shuri definitely tried to help unbox the diorama. She definitely tried to help unbox the diorama. I'm going to move my cup of tea because I spilled a big glass of water on this table, which was fun on the weekend. Bit of ASMR. We love that, don't we? He's got quite a few accessories. Don't mind me. That's great viewing. Me just hurling a box across the screen. Totally professional reviewer here, guys. That's why you're here. That's why you're here, right? What's crazy is they reissued the Suicide Squad Batman, or reused the Suicide Squad Batman for Caine and John's box, just rebranded it in different colors. Oh, really? I don't know that I've seen the box for Suicide Squad Batman, so I will take your word for it. I always get nervous when I have to open these boxes with coins because coins go flying, and most John Wick figures do come with the gold coins. God, this is not going to be my friend. Sorry, you're probably hearing really horrendous plastic noises, but we got there. We got there. Totes profesh, totes profesh. Okay. Now, this will be interesting because, as I said, I feel like I've seen quite a few of these accessories because I bought so many of them for my Kit Bash Caine. But I guess I'll get to see a few things that I haven't seen as yet, which will be exciting. I think I'm definitely taking notes, Helen. Step 1 in a figure review throw box. Yeah, 100%. That's totally, that's totes profesh. That's totes profesh way to do it. So where do we start? Let's start with one of the hardest accessories. I struggled with my Two-Face review to show it. I'll struggle with this. We've got the singular coins. They do have nice detail in there. I think that's really nice. I'll show you the other side. Are the sides different? I think they are. So we've got, oh, good. I dropped it on my keyboard. That's what you guys wanted to see. It's always hard to try to hold it but not cover it. And so singular gold coins. We got 3 singular gold coins. And then I think a pretty typical John Wick character accessory is we've then got the stack of the coins. And this is probably the easier way to show you the sides of the coin. So that's one side of the coin. And that's the other. Like, it's a really nice metallic paint. I'm impressed with the level of details they get into things like this. Seriously, like, hats off to Hot Toys. Uh, 14 Wellington say hello. Hiya, joining after morning work meeting. Well, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. We've also got they're packaged funny. We've got the gold glasses. These are really nice. I'm pretty sure the arms do not bend. Do not try to bend the arms of these glasses because you're going to have a bad time. But we've got the brown lenses, the gold frame with the brown arms. It's very nice. They're cool. I did get these originally for my Topo Kit Bash Caine, but as I showed earlier, I did find some more appropriate aviator sunglasses on eBay. So this guy now has the black glasses. And for some reason, these glasses are super hard to find loose. I found so many times where I could get the Caine sculpt, but not the glasses. So I don't know if there's another character that has glasses like that. I don't know. But it seems to be something that is hotly in pursuit for people. Need that top-down camera like Costa. Yeah, I was saying that to Cousin Anthony. I was like, I feel like if I'm going to keep doing unboxing and reviews, I need to get a different setup. I'm still working out what this channel is going to be. One day I'll work it out. This is an accessory I haven't seen before, so this is a bit new to me. So these are the sensors that he put around, was it the kitchen in the Osaka Continental to track people's movements? So both sides of the accessory are painted and have sculpted detail in them, which is really cool. And you get 2 of these. So actually, can I... So that's both sides. So 2 of the sensors, which is cool. This one I've seen. So this is the dual pistol. I really like this. Like, it's got quite an ornate design, and does articulate. So if you want to have him in that sort of like loading up the bullets type of situation, you can totally do that. Very cool. As I said, I'm pretty sure it's the exact same one as what you're getting with John Wick. Philly says, I was just playing with my John Wick figure and made a short IG. Oh, cool. Love it, considering a Caine too. Oh, I'll have to check out your video. Yeah, Caine's... I like the Topo one. I'm keen to compare it to this Hot Toys one. I made a bunch of henchmen for my video with extra parts. Oh, that's cool, because I was talking earlier about the James Bond posing showcase that Iron Logan did, because I felt like a lot of those poses you could use for John Wick, and he did the same. He like kit bashed like a henchman, and it was so cool. And I think for John Wick, like, that's a cool accessory. Just whatever spare parts you've got, chuck them together, put them in a suit, and you've got your henchman. I gotta say, no one makes being blind cooler than Donnie Yen. I mean, he certainly made it super cool. I feel like John Wick is a good standalone figure. With Caine added into the mix, it makes him pop way more, especially with the diorama you got. It's perfect. Yeah, I love the combo together. I've got in the video, and I also posted on my Instagram a picture of the 2 of them with the diorama, and I love it. I think it's so cool. So we've got 3 different pistols, handguns. I don't know what you want to call them. Not a gun person, because I'm not in America, where guns are a lifestyle. Are these Glocks? Are these something else? I don't know. I'm sorry. So the first gun we have, these are all just pretty, I'm going to say standard black guns. We do have some articulation here. So moving parts. This is, from what I can see, the only part that moves. So we've got this first gun. Very cool. Mike says he played blind in John Wick, and I want to point out, Helen, he was also blind in Star Wars Rogue One. Oh, I didn't know Caine was in Star Wars. What a shame. I wish they included the box to put the dueling pistols in. Yeah, that would have been cool, because with John Wick Chapter 2, he has the pistol and the magazine in the box. Like, that would have been really nice. That would have been cool, but it's another one of those things where people wouldn't use it, like, the same time as the coins, unless you want a collection to be really busy. Yeah, I feel like things like the coins are maybe things that people put around the base as a bit of a sort of accent point. Yeah, need more generic henchmen. I usually use troopers. Troopers. I put a pair of 1/6 aviators on my Star Wars Caine. I'm going to guess that's who that is. Standard black guns. I love it. I mean, that's the kind of detail you come for on this channel. Expert insights from me. So second gun. Is this a Glock? I don't know. It's something. Does this have moving parts? Oh, does it? Oh, moving parts. Check that out. I totally know guns. Magazine comes out. Oh, was it meant to come out in the other one? Oh, lol. The first one does too. Authentic unboxings. That's why you're here, right? So I'm assuming all the magazines potentially come out. But this definitely doesn't have the moving bit at the top, which is a technical phrase. Use it in a sentence this weekend, everyone. And then same, slightly different. We got this gun. Oh, he moves at the top. And is your magazine coming out? Hey, look at this one's the deluxe. So that's our third pistol. Donnie was in Rogue One. If you watch any Star Wars, definitely watch that film. Oh, I'm not watching Star Wars. I appreciate everyone trying. Caine main pistol was that was custom engraved and made for the exact role. He also has the Glock 34 that was featured in Chapter 2 and 3, John Wick's main pistol. I'm pretty sure there's a Wikipedia that exists that tells you guns that people used in movies, and I was kind of shocked that's a thing, but maybe I shouldn't be. Caine was in Star Wars. What a shame. Yeah, I mean, you know me in the Star Wars. He also comes with a 9mm Pit Viper, which he never used in the movie, but it was added to fill out the figure's box and does have the moving top. Might be stuck or stiff. Oh, really? This gun does not feel like the top should move. I know I'm typically overly gentle with stuff, but this does not feel like anything should move if that's the one. Lots of gun talk. I didn't show hands, which is a bit remiss of me. So 3, 6, 11 hands. It's a lot of hands. And fun fact, if you are kit bashing a John Wick 2 and you're like, oh, I need hands with the ring, just use Caine's. That's what I'm doing, because everyone talks about the John Wick 2 hands being big. Just use Caine's hands. So Caine comes with hands that have the silver ring. It looks pretty much the same to me as the ring John wears. Just use the Caine hands. That's my tip to anyone wanting to kit bash a John Wick figure, where you need the ring and the hand, because they wear the ring on the same finger, same style of ring. So you've got a wide array of hands. It's really cool. You've got hands for the cane, for the sword. I'm not going to show them one by one because they're hands. Like, we know what hands look like. Oh, I haven't seen this accessory before. This is the axe. So this is one I didn't pick up. So this is kind of cool. Something a little bit different. It's got quite a bit of nice sculpted detail in it. It's got a little bit of that sort of silver for the edge of the blade. It's nice. Cool. It's nice to have some unique weapons. I did not get the axe, but now I have it. So 2 things I did have. Always good to have spares. So we've got his sword, which is quite a bit different to John's. John Wick's sword is quite different to this one. So this, pretty straightforward. The blade, is it handle, hilt? I don't know. This one's pretty simple. I feel like John's is a little bit more ornate than Caine's. Got the little silver bit at the end. Very nice. Is that the spot for it? Don't know. And then the actual Caine itself. I do, for the longest time, I had my Topo kit bash just in that really simple pose of holding the Caine with the gun then folded over on the other hand. I think it's such a really simple but effective character pose. So, yeah, this accessory, very cool. One piece. I'm pretty sure this doesn't come apart or is meant to come apart in any way. Eli says, I have the chapter 4 figure and I got mine fresh. It was stuck, but I wouldn't force it if you don't want to. Oh, okay. No, I'm definitely not a force it kind of a person because I probably wouldn't pose it with that part moving anyway. But as I said, thank you for the heads up. I appreciate that. I use Caine's hands on both my John Wick kit bashes. They're absolutely perfect and you can barely see the skin tone difference. Yeah, I don't think so as well. Like, the distance between, like, it's a fully covered figure. It's not like it's you seeing a whole bunch of the skin texture. So I get it. I get it. John Wick's sword is a katana and Caine's is much simpler design. Inside of his Caine, really cool idea. Yes, and I have 2 of those John Wick katanas now. You say that because I have 2 John Wick 4s. What's next? Wrist pegs, you know what they are. We don't need to look at wrist pegs. So, I'm going to get the display stand out because I do use the display stands, and I think particularly when I want to show things, it's probably better to use the display stands because I don't want to drop things. Like, I already dropped the coin. I don't need to drop Caine. I'm going to take the plastic off. The plastic's going to stick to my hand because I'm guessing static. So we've got the figure base for Caine. As you can see, very shiny, nice design there. John Wick Chapter 4. Caine, they've got a little bit of a different font than the standard font they use on their figure stands, and I don't mind that. I don't mind them using a font that's kind of more fitting in with maybe the fonts that you see in the movie. Different style. I think that's kind of a nice thing to have. But no, I like this. It's kind of interesting. This bit's all kind of shiny and smooth. This bit's a bit more sort of rough. It's nice. Standard crotch grabber. Nothing too earth-shattering there. So this is the interesting bit. Let me quickly check. Back was on calls and had to walk the puppy. What did I miss? You missed Costa and Luminara doing Tim Tam Slams at NYCC. We talked about Superman. Shuri came by. I talked about my new Shuri channel member video. And I've almost finished unboxing Caine. So you missed a bit, Keith. You missed a bit. I don't really get the putting plastic between the hands. I don't understand. Okay, chill out, mate. So this look, obviously, from the movie, it's from the duel scene. Part of the reason I made the Topo kit bash was because I did feel like for most of the movie we did see him in the suit. But I do understand these choices that Hot Toys makes. You're making a companion piece to John Wick. They would see that dueling scene as being quite a pivotal point in the movie. So I don't particularly mind that they went for this look. I feel like black suit's a pretty easy thing to put together, and a lot of places like Topo and Kento are giving us those suits. So I feel like we can have the best of both worlds. I'm so not a gun person. Coldo is the pistol with the laser sight, not the same mold as the John Wick one. Do you know what he uses? Oh, God, I have no idea. I think that question's clearly for someone else because not a gun person. Okay, no, that's just back and forth on the gun. Did you do the comparison between Hot Toys and Topo? No, not yet, because I've only just gotten the Hot Toys one out. So hope the Caine spin-off movie with Donnie Yen comes to pass. Me too. I want more from the world of John Wick. I really do. Just going to take a look at Mr. Caine. I definitely think there's a big difference in these bodies. So for me, I've seen this sculpt before. I really do like it. I think with or without the glasses, it's a really nice likeness. Hot Toys sculpted hair. I've been saying it for the longest time. I think it has improved. It's getting better. There's so much detail in there. And I think with hairstyles like this, I feel like they can do a really good job of the sculpted hair. And there's no maintenance needed. There's no having to apply product or brush or do anything like that. So for me, I think this sculpt is really nice. The suit, I think, looks really nicely tailored to me. I do just feel like this body is a bit bigger than the Topo one. But the body, I'm just feeling it in hand. It definitely is the higher quality. I've noticed that trying to pose the Topo Caine, the body is not of a Hot Toys quality. Like, it's better than some of the previous Topo bodies I've had, don't get me wrong, but I feel like it's probably a bit on the cheaper side. So the figure in full, I really like the look of. I really do. And what I want to do is show you guys both side by side because I feel like that will be an interesting comparison to have. So this is my Topo Caine in the suit. I am hoping, I don't know how likely I am to find this, but if I can find a skinnier black tie for the suited Caine, got some risers, because again, totally professional operation here, guys. If I could find a skinnier black tie for Caine, like the suit Caine, I think that would finish the look. As I mentioned before, the glasses were just from eBay. I think they were like $20. Super cheap, super affordable. So I'm going to try to lift these up and keep them at the same height. Are they the same height? Try not to hold them in a way where one is higher than the other, which easier said than done, right? Lol. We'll get there. We'll get there. So for me, I definitely feel like there's a size difference here. And I hope you guys can hear me because I'm a bit far away from my mic. Let me turn Hot Toys Caine. To me, there's a height difference. I think the Topo one is a skinnier body as well. Because I don't think Donnie Yen is that big of a dude. So when I was looking at stills from the movie and then looking at photos of my Topo Caine with the John Wick figure and then figure hideouts footage with the Caine and the John Wick figure, to me, I did feel like the Topo one maybe has the better proportions or the more realistic proportions to Donnie Yen, because I think he is only about 5'7", so not a tall dude. Like Keanu's 6'1", so I feel like there should be a bit more of a height difference between the two. I should have put the glasses on Caine, shouldn't I? Why didn't I do that? Let's pop some glasses on him because, you know, we'll complete the look. Complete the look. Don't know that we necessarily need the risers, but I'll use them just because I feel like I hold things steadier. So I'm keen to know, what do you think? Like, as I say, I like the Hot Toys one, but I do feel like the Topo body, which I'm assuming is just a standard Asian male body, like that feels like a more appropriate size to me. But I would like to know, which look do you prefer? Do you prefer the suit or do you prefer the turtleneck look from the Jewel? Because I have to say, I really do like Like the boots are really nice. Like the boots have some really cool detail in them. So like the boots have these sort of like metallic details to them, which I think is really nice. Like the clothing outfit is super simple, but I have to say material, the fabric feels nice. I feel like, you know, a suit does limit a bit of like movement, but I feel like he could probably still get quite a few good poses out of Hot Toys Caine. So what I'm going to try to do, I'm going to assume you guys can still hear me because no one, I don't think, has said they can't hear me. All the Caine, all the time. Let me move that. So yeah, I really like it, and as much as I don't think the proportions are right on the Hot Toys one, I did actually get a spare body because I'm a sucker for this stuff. Because if it looked really disproportionate in my display and I wasn't happy with it, I've then got the option to use the Hot Toys body with the Topo suit. So last time I checked, the Topo suit was still in stock with 1/6 kit. I want to say it's something like $130 US. The sculpt is something you can typically find. I feel like that retails for roughly $70 US. And then if you want these glasses, which are much easier to find than these glasses, I'm pretty sure they were like $20 on eBay. So I'm happy to send the link to the glasses to anyone who wants. I don't gatekeep stuff. So if you're like, hey, what are those glasses you got for Caine? Let me know. Like, I know Costa's doing this kit bash now as well, and he picked up the glasses and was super happy with them. So yeah, sometimes you get lucky and eBay has things that look close enough, because I've got no doubt that to get those made custom would cost a lot of money. Keith says, ironically, I think Topo got the height right. I do feel like it's a bit too tall and a bit too stocky. But if I didn't have this, I'd probably perfectly fine with this. But because I have this, and I think because I do think it's like an Asian build male body, I think I'm now understanding the size difference between that and a standard body, which I probably wasn't as across previously. Yeah, no, Hot Toys got the height wrong because he's just barely under the height of their Chapter 4 Wick figure. Topo definitely did more proportions or build. Yeah, I think they probably just, as I say, used an Asian body versus Hot Toys probably just using a stock body that they had. I think if Caine's going to be a one-off, I can understand them not doing a custom body. Keith says, suit 100%. The body that Topo looks more accurate, but the quality was met compared to Hot Toys. Yeah, I mean, I don't have any problems with the Topo one. I just wish it was a skinnier tie. I feel like that was a bit more accurate. And I feel like in the promo pictures that the tie did look a bit skinnier. So I don't know what happened there. If I can find a skinny tie, I'm totally going to do that to upgrade this dude. So I honestly prefer the turtleneck and navy-ish suit over the black suit. You see a black suit so much, that's kind of basic, but the navy suit with the turtleneck is unique in the universe. Yeah, that's fair enough. I like that look of John Wick in the turtleneck. I have that Topo set that they did. I like the Hot Toys version with the turtleneck. Like, I know for me, when I was doing my John Wick display and I wanted those 3 looks, I wanted quite different looks. And so for me, it was definitely the turtleneck, the sort of black suit from John Wick Chapter 2, and then the suit from Chapter 4 with the white shirt with quite the big collar. But now I'm just expanding into buying all the John Wicks, so who knows where this will end. 14 says, according to the internet, Johnny Yen is 5'8" and about 150 pounds. So you're right that the Topo body is more accurate. Yeah, it definitely is. And I think, yeah, I feel like if I tried to put this outfit onto an Asian style body, I think it would swim in it. So as I said, as much as I think this is more accurate, that's why I did get the spare Hot Toys body just in case. It wouldn't surprise me if later on I did maybe just get a newer Asian style body for this one, just because when I was trying to pose him like the ankle articulation felt better than Topo's bigger bodies, but it still felt not great. Like, I don't think it's the highest quality of body. I have them both here, and it's the same sculpt, just without the compensator. The one with the compensator came with the John Wick 2. You can even remove the laser sight. Hot Toys messed them up. Okay, I think this is about guns again. Or still, I don't know. Agree that the turtleneck with jacket is more unique for 6 scale. Yeah, it is such a different look. And this is the thing I got a little bit with, like, Bruce Wayne. So there's so many guys in a black suit. So for me, when Kento and Topo did the grey pinstripe suit with the pink shirt, I got quite excited by that. It's a bit of a different look. And that is what I've gone for Bruce Wayne in my main display, because it just breaks it up from guy in a black or dark charcoal suit with a white shirt and some kind of tie. But as I said, I get why they made this. They wanted to go for the duel scene. I'm not mad about it. I really like it. And as I said, I kind of like that I have both looks for Caine for my display. I plan to use them both eventually when I set up my sort of World of John Wick shelf. And I'll make them work. But I definitely see suited Caine with John with the Osaka Continental diorama. And then this guy will be somewhere else. I don't know. I'll work it out. Caine in the black suit is more iconic. However, I get it. It's nice to have variety in the John Wick line where all the outfits are suits. Yeah, and I think this is where I kind of also, like, I know people, and I'm going on a tangent, get a bit annoyed at Hot Toys not doing, like, the Panther suit for Val Kilmer, but I get that as well, because when Chris O'Donnell gets the Robin suit, Batman doesn't have the Panther suit. He has the Sonar suit. So I kind of get if they're pairing things up, they're trying to maybe consider what was seen on the screen. So I get it. And I feel like, as I said, a black suit is between Topo, Kento, Pop Toys, all these places out there. I feel like a black suit is pretty straightforward to get. So I don't know if anybody has questions about Hot Toys Caine or Topo Caine. I do have a video on my channel reviewing the Topo set if you are interested in that. As I said, I can give you a link to the glasses on eBay if you're wanting to do that upgrade. I did look at sort of photos online, and I felt like these glasses were a pretty decent match, given they were just something out of the box and not custom. But seriously, I think it's a nice figure. As I said, I was waiting because I was convinced it would be something that would be discounted. But then I didn't want to risk not having it. So when Pop Culture had their sale, I jumped on board, got Caine, and he looks cool. And as I said, I like having these two different looks. And I do think having the different glasses helps achieve those two different looks. When I had the gold glasses on the suited Caine, that didn't quite feel right. So I'm super happy that I was able to find these black aviators on eBay, because now they do look like two quite distinctive looks. So very happy with my Caines. Something I think Hot Toys could have done that they're recently doing is giving more swap out outfits. They definitely could have given a full black suit, and I'd happily pay an extra 40 to 50. Yeah, I'm with you. I kind of, I feel like I talked about that recently, where I kind of miss those days where you would get a lot of swap out outfits. That's why I was quite, when Hot Toys dropped the John Wick 1 teasers, I was a bit like, please don't tell me the standard releases with the turtleneck and the artisan has the suit. Like, I want those swap out outfits. Like, I love that with Bane, like getting both jackets this time around, I think is fantastic. So I'm a big fan of that. And I'm probably a little bit like you. I'm happy to pay a little bit extra to get those additional accessories and have them, then rely on is some customizer doing this aspect of the look for this character. I kind of miss the days where Hot Toys did more 2-packs and more sets with like I think of like the DX1 Joker where you got like the complete police outfit. So if you got an extra body, you basically had 2 figures for the price of one. And probably not the price of one, but I think you get what I'm saying. Like I kind of miss that we don't get a lot of 2-packs in that vein like we used to. Mike says, I got to head back to work, but great stream, Helen. Looking forward to next week. Thanks for the unboxing. I will definitely throw my next box. 100%. Throw all the boxes all the time. And if it's a Star Wars box, throw it with all your might. You have my permission to do that. How will you pose the new Caine? Would you take the jacket off and represent the final duel? I have no idea. Because I haven't yet made the space for my World of John Wick shelf, which is why I was a little bit bummed that the Mojing Toys diorama was on time. I was hoping that would be delayed because I eventually want to move my John Wick display into here, but it's like this chain effect of because I haven't worked out what my last cabinet will be. Everything is kind of backed up. I think, I don't know. Because also I've also increased the amount of John Wick figures I will have. Because originally I was just going to have the diorama with this Caine and Wick doing some kind of battle. I was going to have front and center my 3 looks for John Wick that I kit, well, 2 that I kit bashed and 1 being a second John Wick 4. And then on one side I was going to have Caine and on one side I was going to have Eve Macaro. I don't have Eve Macaro, but I now want 2 John Wick Chapter 1s. So how is this all going to work? I don't know. I'm very fortunate that I can pick the brain of Iron Logan and Cousin Anthony at Figure Posing Channel to help me work it out. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure. We'll see. They'll both be there though. That's my plan. 14 says the Osaka diorama is absolutely beautiful, Helen. 100%. It was not cheap, but I'm really glad that I got it. I think it's just gonna look so nice against the sort of matte black backdrop, and just I think that shelf will really pop. Because even without the lights on, it looks really, really nice. And I know I was talking with Costa, and he was talking about using a like a USB splitter and a battery pack and looking at making it like Wi-Fi enabled. So I think particularly having it lit up is just going to look awesome. So I cannot wait. I cannot wait. Exactly. I love they're doing versatility, not changing or locking them behind a certain editions. Plus the tailoring is beautiful. Yeah. And I think this is why I want to, because I want to have him in the turtleneck and I want to have him in the suit. I'm not gonna choose. I need both. That's my plan. What cabinets do you use? Do you know the measurements? I roughly know the measurements. I have 2 Detolfs that you can't see. These 2 glass cabinets on either side are called frameless display cabinets. I got them secondhand on Facebook Marketplace. They did not look like this. I added, with help from a friend, the matte black vinyl to the back and the shelves, and my brother helped me do the lighting. So they are approximately 180 centimeters tall. I do centimeters, apologies, you're going to have to convert that. I think that's around 6 foot. So they're about 180 centimeters tall. They're about 90 centimeters wide and about, I want to say 40 to 45 centimeters deep. The middle cabinet is a garage shelving unit that I turned into a cabinet using Costa's tutorials. That cabinet is huge. It is 2.1 meters tall. It is 1.2 meters wide, and I want to say 54 centimeters deep. And that was built specifically for my vehicles. So they're my main cabinets, and as I said, 2 Detolfs over there. So that's what I have for now, but I am considering moving this case up against there and building maybe another garage display case that's the same height as these glass cabinets. Or I could blow it up and start again. I have not made my mind up. I have not made my mind up there. Now, regarding the Eve Macaro and other figures in general, they've also been doing a lot of teasers, then dropping them in the grave. I believe they can't keep up with everything. I just really hope they don't scrap or drop Eve. She's a definite must, no matter what display you're going for. Yeah, I mean, I know Hot Toys doesn't work in logical ways often, but I had really hoped that with the hype that came around that John Wick Chapter 1, that I felt like that would have been a great time to have dropped the Eve figure. Like, people are in that John Wick mode, like, drop another figure from that world, but that's not how they work. So I'm just hoping we get it. Even if they go, hey, we're not sure, we're going to do it as an artisan, I just hope they're going to not cancel it, is my concern, because the movie's been out for a while, and we saw with the Thunderbolts, they only announced Yelena, and I am concerned that's all we're going to get. I had really hoped we would get, at a minimum, like Alexi to go with her. So I don't know. As I say, Hot Toys, they are an enigma wrapped in a riddle. I'm just hoping we get her, because if custom is the only option, that would just be so expensive, and that one would probably be priced out, because it would be probably $2,000 US, which is a lot more money here in Australia, which I cannot. Thank you. You're welcome. Fingers crossed. Hope they don't drop Eve. Yeah, I think we're all hoping that. That would have been perfect. They have to work on marketing just a little bit, but the main thing is they can't cancel it. Well, I hope, right? Like, I hope from your keyboard to Howard Chan's ears, my friend, I really hope that they don't cancel it. I'm going to head off, guys, because it is Saturday. Happy Saturday to me. It is almost 1 a.m., so it has been a super long day. I'm stunned this stream went for as long as it did, because it was a slow news week. But, you know, we had our special NYCC correspondent, so thanks again for Luby and Costa for dropping by. We had our audience participation question. Thank you so much for everyone who answered. If you're on the replay, let me know. If you were a figure, what 3 accessories would you come with? I'd love to know. But guys, I really appreciate you coming to hang out. I am here every Friday, usual time, talking about figure news. Sometimes I'm unboxing stuff. Sometimes Shuri's running around. Sometimes we get Tim Tams. Who really knows? Sometimes this is just Helen telling tangents. So it is what it is. But I appreciate you guys for hanging out, and I am going to try to get a bit better at doing a bit more video content. And I will 100% within the next 10 days do my video of the Tim Tam giveaway. So you want to be subscribed, because you don't not want to know when the Tim Tam giveaway is on, because I'm looking to do that relatively quickly before it gets too hot here, because I want to make sure the Tim Tams are in pristine condition. And I can't do that if it's 40 degrees here. I can't do that. I won't do that. So as I said, keep an eye on my channel for that. If you're a member, new Shuri video, make sure you check out the Shuri video. She's so cute. Everybody loves Shuri, right? Well, except for Anthony Stanfield's cat. She doesn't like Shuri. And honestly, what's your problem, mate? Keith says, have a wonderful weekend, everyone. 100%. Everyone have a great weekend. Thank you for coming by. Good stream. Have a good weekend, everyone. Same to you, often. Thanks for coming by. Bye, Helen. Have a good day, and everyone else too. Thank you, Eli. Thanks for coming along. Oh, Anthony's still here to hear me trash his cat. Thanks, Helen. Have a great weekend. I'm sure your cat's lovely. Great show. Thanks, Helen. You're welcome, Collection Obsession. I appreciate it. Vita's here as well. Have a lovely weekend. I'm off to buy Tim Tams. Me too. I'm jealous of Costa and Lumi. I definitely need some Tim Tams in my life. Anthony says, ha ha ha, Princess Isabel is naughty. She is. We got AJ as well. We got 14 Wellington. Guys, thank you so much. Have a lovely weekend, and we will do it again next Friday. See you later. You can't see me because of the canes. Anyway, bye.